in the nick of time. What is going on, internet?
Almost caught me shirtless.
And welcome to, hopefully, maybe it'll up our views and our retention rate here.
Oh, you want me to take it off?
Maybe. Okay, so let's see what's going on here.
Get some cash real quick.
It's free for you, Dad. Come on.
There you go.
Tell me how the stream is going. For everybody that's currently watching it, we are testing and put a baby Jesus out for Spectrum, who is going to be the one trying to leverage this stream here for a second. If not, and if we have issues, we will let you guys know if we can do anything about it. 2,500. I'm going to do this 4,000. Apply. Okay.
Looks good to me.
As long as it stays where it's at, I think we'll be in a good spot. You guys just let me know, and hopefully it does well. Welcome to OnlyCops. This is our Thursday on Friday Bodycam breakdown stream, as Juan called it, the Cinco de Julio. So this is post-Independence Day of the greatest nation that this planet has ever seen. I want to give a big special thank you to Chris Kaufman, who was indeed first place. We have Gabriella, who I believe was from our TikTok crowd, only because I remember the profile picture. If that is indeed you, what is going on? Says, will remain awake for this. Hi from across the pond. Well, hello, if that is indeed you. Christy C is third place and likely our first loser, but that's okay. We love you. She is part of our Patreon group, which is really awesome. Ty Plays HD. Who else is here? Chris Kaufman once again. SBHTPC with the donut. I will accept your fifth place nominee here. Dylan B is here, also another Patreon member. Sam, Michael, Brian Miner, Pouty Am. I'm just gonna say Am instead of AM. Zeus, who I will allow to be here in spite of my monotheism. Shannon, another one of our mods. It is good to see you. The Dan Hammer was late, which is normally late for him. He is not, at least, not here. I would miss you if it wasn't here. Burton, Sailor George. This thing is now refreshing on me, so I'm sorry if I skip you. Hakuna Sims? Sounds close. It's good to see you.
Sounds close.
Osiris, one of our new Patreon members. It's good to have you here. I'm still Iraxual. I still don't know how to say that, but it is good to see you here. Can y'all react to Norwegian cops? I guess find me a video of the Norwegian police. I don't know, like maintaining bushes. I'm sure they have some crime there. And then producer Juan has reared his head here. I will.
No, that's EOS webcam utility. That's not for one.
That is not one. Here, I will adjust our thing here to make sure that we're all fit. I want to thank you guys. This is the Bodycam breakdown stream, where we will get crackly Juan audio probably for the rest of today. We can now officially blame him for it.
Why am I crackly?
There's like a slight crackle. It's not awful, but it's there. Anyways, thank you guys. Again, put a baby Jesus in the chat for Spectrum. Hopefully it holds together. I will be doing this for as long as it'll let me. And anyways, we're going to be doing Bodycam breakdown stream. For those of you guys that are interested, we do have a Patreon group as well as a YouTube membership group. Both of those groups are who contribute through our Discord on the types of videos that we do watch. We do have some rules on those. My moderators, as awesome as they are, will be the ones enforcing said thing. I do appreciate it. That being said, this is a body cam stream, so we will be looking at actual law enforcement encounters. The unfortunate reality of that is that they are oftentimes violent or controversial in nature. Our job here, or our goal here, is not to glorify said violence. It is to try to bring some level of education or at the very least information to those so that you can contextualize that and be better educated if you find yourself, one, so unfortunate to be a police officer and having to do the job, or two, finding yourself so unfortunate as to be a civilian in that context. Thank you, producer Juan, for joining us. He is below me, above me, in his rightful place at the top of the stack is indeed Bill. And at the very bottom, having a very loud car drive by in the background is Keith. He is the server sheriff, and like these ads, an ever-present portion of my life. I am glad to have him here. Shout out to everybody that's here in the chat, all 44 of you. Go ahead and drop a like if you can for us, and we will get started. Did I miss anything? Am I forgetting? Merch is important. It's not on my thumbnail because I'm the one having to do it, but merch is cool, and it is there. You can go check it out either on our Patreon group. Is it on Redbubble anymore?
They're still on Redbubble. You can also find
Like that.
yeah, there's different designs on Redbubble than are on our YouTube shop, but it's all
there.
there's all kinds of stuff.
I wanted to give you guys an update on the Karen Reed case. For those that are unfamiliar, Karen Reed was accused of murdering her boyfriend, who was a police officer at the time. That trial led to a mistrial. So double jeopardy will not come into play in this instance because they did not come to a determination, whether through acquittal or a actual approval as far as them actually convicting her. This is a good thing because I think that the judge probably took the high road and said, hey, if you're actually going to prosecute a case, have evidence. And then I think it's also been probably too public for you to have an unbiased jury. I think jury selection was probably valid when they did it. Likely once this case kind of kicked off and it hit national news, obviously that jury was going to be exposed to that. And now it's going to be very hard to try to find a jury that's not biased. It might even be difficult to try it in that county. There are times where they can change the location of where they're prosecuting it. So hopefully it's not, they have a higher likelihood of having a less biased jury. That being said, based on the limited things I know about this case, free your girl. She did nothing wrong.
Free you, girl.
They're being shady. But this was an interesting update to this case.
I'm still confused on the mistrial and not just like
straight
It
out
was
of
a hung jury.
So, but
So-
a judge can decide on a hung jury for the acquittal, to my understanding. Like they could go through and say, well, if the jury can't come to a determination, it's kind of like if you choose, hey, we're guilty and here's our suggestion for whatever. It's technically a judge can overrule that. It's very rare that happens, but given just how many, and it's really the evidentiary side of it, like how poorly the evidence was maintained, chain of custody was maintained, and then the just conflict of interest in the entire thing. I don't know how you don't see this as some level of malicious prosecution.
Also, do we really think they're going to retry it? Or do you think they're just saying that to save face?
I think it's 100% the case. And what I find more suspicious about this is that there is, if they're going to do a mistrial or if they were going to do an acquittal, how is there not a follow-up for charges against police officers in this instance for doing a bad job? And if they don't feel like they have the charges, how did they get to the mistrial? You know what I mean? Like something.
There is an FBI investigation going on into the investigation. So there's that. So one of the interesting things was some of the witnesses, they were called like a third party agency during the trial because they couldn't tell the jury based on the rules of the trial that they were FBI, but they were like FBI witnesses basically saying it is physically impossible for the thing that you're saying happened to have happened as far as like her hitting the guy with her car.
So maybe other charges are coming for other people.
Very potentially for the actual, people involved. But there's, what chain of custody?
Anyways,
Trooper Proctor was reassigned. I don't know how he wasn't just outright fired for that ridiculous response and performance. But
so anyways,
whatever.
It's an interesting case to say the least. I think I want to see more. This is going to be very off-brand for most people that probably come here for a purely pro-police standpoint. I think this should happen more often. You can see this a lot with like resisting charges, or when you have, again, police officer of the year that's getting 5,000 DWIs somehow when everybody else fails to get even half of that. I would be interested to see how often when you get outliers like this, or when procedures not followed, that there's more investigation going into how these police officers are actually conducting themselves. Because it's more, I think a lot of people want to point to something like racism or something like inequity, and really a lot of it's just piss poor policing. A lot of this is a lack of adhering to common standards or even the legal standards or thresholds for PC for arrests or for reasonable suspicion for an investigation or detention. Like so many of those things are failing to be followed through on. A lot of it's poor training. A lot of it's complacency at the patrol end. But I think that would, if you really wanted to see like a overnight change in the way that policy was being enforced, or really it's the law being enforced, you would start to see more of a concentration on doing the job the right way. Because that's the laws are on the books. Like, and it's very black and white for like shoplifting or speeding or DWI. Like,
Yeah.
it's really not a complicated equation. It's just making sure that you're coming to that determination in a reasonable and ethical and responsible way. That's 9 times out of 10 where we run into issues, or where you start seeing complaints from jackasses like us on the internet.
I mean, I'm just glad it didn't get dragged out too long and she didn't have to sit in jail.
No kidding. And that's the biggest thing. Is like they came to they were like, dude, like the longer this trial goes on,
cost her like over $1 million just for that defense, though.
Dude,
so
yeah. At the
Well,
very minimum, there's probably
I assume there's
lawsuit.
a lawsuit coming.
yeah, well, so just because I've been watching the lawyer channels, but like because it was a mistrial as opposed to an acquittal, the likelihood of like there being a lawsuit from her end is very unlikely, because there wasn't a finding of not guilty.
Not guilty.
It's sort of just a like.
Well, I'm saying depending on the FBI.
Oh yeah, if you get an FBI investigation and there's a lot of
Like if someone
stuff found
gets
there,
someone gets actually charged with like, I don't know what the FBI would bring in as the charge,
just
but like
evidence tampering, dude.
Right.
You flipped a freaking video in a Sally port. How
Right.
the hell are you not?
she should have some claim for
Is my volume better now?
misuse.
I turned it up. Hopefully that's not like blowing your eardrums out.
Yeah.
When I was listening, Juan sounded loud to me.
Yeah, I just turned mine down because I think that's where the crackling was coming from. I think I was peaking my level somehow
Oh,
because I had to turn it up for when I was running stream
Yeah.
to match you all, and now I have to bring it back down.
I didn't get any crackling. You just sounded louder than Josh.
maybe that's better. We'll see. Chat, let us know. The garage video was also shady.
Just a lot of it, dude. I mean,
Dude.
regardless of, all of it, I'm just glad she's not sitting in jail.
Exactly. Here's one of our patrons. This is a submission from across the pond, and this is a unlikely pursuit in the States, but I did get to see a little bit of this. They do get after it in a pursuit.
Is that a TV in the background?
That's Keith.
Oh, okay, that's Keith.
So apparently they robbed like a
Två
jewelry store or
svartklädda
something.
och maskerade
I don't know
rånare
what
tog sig in
they're
i en
saying.
juvelbutik i Oslo och tvingade in
It
2
looks like a jewelry
kunder
store,
och 4
huh?
anställda.
It happened in Oslo, and they were under pistol hot.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I don't know how you own a jewelry store and don't have like armed security on standby. You know?
You know what I don't get, though? With, like, all of the
It's a
technology out there, why still use glass cases?
No kidding. She's like, they have like riot glass. It's like shatter, like proof.
I mean, like, they pull it out to show it to you most of the time anyways, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to look at really nice jewelry. So
Just have demos, you know?
that's honestly,
Or like some
I
iPad
probably-
or something like that.
I probably shouldn't say this for the world, but Costco puts out fake jewelry in the display case.
Base.
And then if you want to see like the real thing, a manager has to go get it from a safe.
That's so smart though.
That is super
'Cause then you're
smart.
like, yeah, steal it, dog. You're stealing like $15 worth of, Shein jewelry.
Because like, oh shit, dude!
Oh my god. I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention either. I need to see it again.
Oh
back.
my god.
Wow.
Good on them.
Oh,
for
damn, they almost hit
avoiding-
a baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say good on them for avoiding that collision and this one.
I think them being on a bike trail, walking trail, that's
were
probably
like,
what
"What?"
escalated this to
He said, I bet,
this level.
dude, that's
Damn.
that might only be like a Miata or whatever it is, but like that's gonna hurt.
Like a little, probably like a little Fiat thing or a smart card thingy.
Oh, they're stuck on
It was moving quick though, huh?
That
It was keeping up with that motorcycle. I wish we could see what it is.
yeah.
I like the Pepsi can and the
Yeah, I was
reflection.
gonna say.
Damn, dude.
Where was this again?
I want to hear all the. You remember that ATV video we watched the other day where the cop stops the ATV that was going down the pedestrian pathway, and
Yeah.
it was all mad
Oh,
that you
yeah.
were
Dude,
part of
so
the-
mad.
I want to see those people
Where are
in this
they?
video. I want to get where are they?
So and as Bill said, and this is the use of force application, right? This is no longer just endangering. Like if this was on a roadway, that moped poses very little threat to cars. You hit a car and you're like, well, you played yourself, dog. Like this is going to be an insurance claim, but like almost hit a lady and her kid, easily could have been fatal for the child. Almost hitting pedestrians, right?
I mean, she had to dump that stroller to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
If that kid wasn't strapped in,
Yeah.
that kid still could have got hurt.
I think also the potential for losing them in this environment where like they skirt off into the woods, there's like a pathway that the car can't follow, with them already obviously leveraging deadly force to commit the robbery. And then also like in a public area like that, you're just like, well, I could wait or I could not wait. If we can let them suffer the consequences for their poor decisions, I think that's pretty good. That's like a GSP level of pitting right
Yeah.
there. Like that is a relatively good pit though. Is this a Bodycam watch? That's a new one.
This looks like Florida.
This kind of got a Florida
Definitely.
vibe.
On December 30th, 2022, deputies responded to a call from a mother regarding a man who was
Deputies.
stalking her daughter.
That hair's PC already.
Where'd you say you went
The Adidas slides.
to?
Yeah. Well, at least you know he's not running very far.
That's a drop, bro.
He'll run right out of them.
25
I've
hours?
seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Why
as
are you
well.
in Florida only 2 hours? I was apparently gaslighting myself.
Come on, buddy.
You're gaslighting yourself.
Be a better liar.
So you didn't.
Shout out to no front license plate.
Were you like invited here? Or? I'm trying to understand. I don't understand what
True.
you're saying.
Front license plates are so dumb.
Gaslighting yourself
They
into
are.
what?
They're just for toll tags.
I
True.
had thought.
So him, odd observation when you're having to do an interview with somebody. There's easy questions to answer, like why are you at Walmart? To go buy groceries, right?
Yeah, like,
Or,
why are
like-
you in Florida if you don't
Yeah.
live here?
Like
Oh, I'm on vacation.
I'm
Vacation,
here,
yeah,
I'm here
that's
to go
not-
hang out,
Not,
have a job interview, something like
gaslighting myself.
try better, right? But typically, when you're interviewing somebody and they're trying, this isn't a universal rule, but in general, when people are having to think on the fly and make up some ridiculous lie or whatever, a
not
lack of eye contact is them thinking. They don't want the input of having to see how you're reacting to their lack of talking or you having to make up a story. It can be distracting to most people, so they won't look. And or conversely, or I guess at least in the other side of it, if they're not necessarily looking up but they're looking away from you, this is also not necessarily a pre-attack cue, but it falls under that category of I'm planning to run or I'm planning to leave. Or also there's like some psychology behind wanting to be anywhere but here. You'll see this at like eye rolls are ironically like a very good example of that. When you're annoyed, that breaking of eye contact means that the person I'm looking at stressing me out, trying to break that eye. Obviously, you're a police officer. It's going to be there like 9 times out of 10. But it's something. His position and his disposition looks very relaxed, but that like super long lack of eye contact says a lot about what he's saying. Jennifer,
You know
Lopez-
what's the most criminal here?
what?
This outfit.
Terror.
You know who's the only person that could pull this off? Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz could get away with this, not this guy.
True. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, like this screams.
If
Lenny
it was
Kravitz.
if it was Lenny Kravitz, those wouldn't be Adidas slides.
They would
the
not
shorts
be.
would be shorter. The shirt would be
Exactly.
completely open,
Exactly.
and he'd be wearing sunglasses.
American woman. Anyways,
The hair would look better.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
thank
Oh,
you for
hair
coming.
would the hair would look
a lot better.
so much better.
Anyways, thank you, Jennifer, for donating a membership to somebody. Oh my goodness.
That there was.
This is taking a minute.
I had believed in certain things.
Bruh.
And
Bro, was that one of y'all?
That was supposed to be
I
Keith.
thought that this girl was into me.
Oh,
So we gotta
no.
go
This is
to
one of
Florida
those.
for a girl.
I've worked in this
Okay.
couple times. On both sides of the
And
fence.
I thought that I was getting signs that to come out and come down.
Okay, so you listened to intuition from the universe.
I love the family just
I
walking
was
right
hearing
through.
signs from the universe. I had thought that I had found a playlist from her about me because of the poem I wrote about her.
This is swimming around.
Okay. Do you know this person in New
like
Jersey?
Tinder. Just remember
Like, is
that,
this
boys and
somebody
girls.
else from New Jersey?
Yes.
Okay. How do you know? Like, how long have you known them?
I knew them
2
from June
Since June? How did you meet?
at the gym.
At the gym?
Yeah.
And how? Tell me about that. Like, you were
And
after for her Instagram, and then what did she say then?
I knew it was Instagram.
It's a dangerous place.
originally I wanted to invite her to my
My
birthday,
brain went
and it
dehydrated.
didn't end up happening.
That's my brain on a lack of coffee, to be fair. Christian Halsey, it is good to see you, dog. Thank you for the super
What do you
chat.
mean it didn't end up happening? Like, did you invite her? Did you ask her?
I invited her until I found out that she was not old enough to go to a bar,
This
and
is kind of crazy.
then I had sent her the message on Instagram, I'm still down to hang if you want. And I mean,
When was this?
if you'd like, I can pull up all the messages.
When did you guys meet?
The 15th of June.
15th of June. Did you guys
That
carry on a
definitely
relationship
could
at all?
be
Or?
5150.
But there was all something wrong.
And you say you found a playlist that told
I love this green. This has got to be
What
Florida.
did
It is. Yeah.
Palm trees and all that.
Because he
Alright,
asked
so
him, he's
the
like, what are you
quick
doing in
synopsis
Florida?
Oh,
is-
that's right. That's right.
The RP is the mother of the 19-year-old. Her
The
daughter.
reporting person.
Anyway, her 19-year-old daughter worked at a gym where he was a member of, and that's how they knew each other. Only speaking to the mother, I haven't confirmed this with the 19-year-old, but speaking with the mother, there was no relationship. It was just, business.
He's sick and he needs help.
I guess this is mom.
He's telling me he got mixed signals. I said, from who? And he said, from my intuition.
So how did you
Jersey
know she was
Shore.
in Florida?
I was
Bro, this processor works about as good as my old laptop.
looking out for stories.
On
Dude's already eating.
Yeah.
He's trying to lie,
Did you see
dude.
the
Get him
shit
some milk.
2 days
Might be
ago?
He's like, what's the most legal I can
Florida
make
3
this
days ago,
sound?
and when did you get here?
Yeah.
So you.
How do I avoid
See, like,
sounding
tag
like the
location or whatever?
stalker that I am?
Huh?
No,
The answer is
whenever
to
I
shut
posted
up.
a story,
Yeah.
she would post a story like a minute after, 3 minutes after.
Okay, so it's Kismet by the universe, just a sign.
A lot of synchronicity that I was thinking that was a sign from the universe. So
You
Okay,
just
I'm
you're
done
getting
listening to this
it.
guy. Hold on, let's see how far we get.
Sign
You're
from
still
the
using your own
universe.
account. She was a nice person.
long
She was
interview.
attractive, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So like her story.
Well,
your
it's
story,
because
but you guys
they're
never
getting
actually
like
communicated.
no answers from him.
Then I would block him on one account.
showing pictures
This
of birds
is
and whatnot.
There you go. Let's hear from her.
Okay.
Like, it started getting weirder and weirder, and like confessing his love for me. And then I would block him on one account. He would find the other one. I would block him on that. He would find like my friends. They filed the.
So you're using some back channel
Mixed
website to look
signals
at her
from the
Instagram, and you see a story that she's in Key West.
Well, I knew that they were going to be going to Key West for a long time.
Were they moving here? Or what?
No, their vacation.
How did you know that they were coming on vacation?
From post stories on Facebook.
Oh, so you're friends with her mom.
Careful what you post online.
So how did
She keeps
That's why you don't post where you're at until you're home from wherever you went.
Imagine if he's not just trying to, like, in his mind, find his lost love, and like he's just trying to, like, wear her skin or something weird like that. Like, be careful what you post, what you're going. Be careful.
crazy like story watch.
Within
Did he
the
say
Wait,
that
that's
he
wild.
was
So
friends
they're
with her
all
mom?
from New Jersey.
Yes.
They
Yes.
went on a family trip to Key West.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes.
You remember the 18-wheeler guy?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Bill and I, like, ignorantly almost yanked a dude out of an 18-wheeler. Because he, like, perfectly matched the description of this guy that was doing practically the same. I'll have a really good story time for you
Dude,
guys.
and the truck was exactly
It
the
was
same. Like,
perfect. Like, perfect description of the 18-wheeler.
and also,
Dude
like,
matched
what are the
description
odds
to a
that
T.
an 18-wheeler's pulling into this apartment complex? Like,
At the time that we're on scene, it was so good.
Dude,
I
that-
remember,
and-
oh, man.
and that was maybe the one time I felt like I should have pointed a gun at someone that I didn't.
Yep. And I did not
because
regret
he was, you know, up in his truck, and we're just standing there like, stop.
We were stopping an 18-wheeler with our bodies. Like,
Yeah.
idiots.
Luckily, he stopped.
Yeah, that was a
Dude.
this
Ugh.
is the first one that came to my mind. Because weren't they from, like, Missouri or something wild too? Or no, they were from Austin. But they were up in our city. It was
No, they were from a different. No, you're right. They're from a different state.
It was wild, dude. But anyways, this happens.
And
way
their
more
whole
frequently.
story was also.
That was weird. That was a weird one.
And then they started calling again, asking specifically for me. I was like,
That was my favorite. This is
We need Officer Bill. The victim is requesting your assistance. Clear your call.
It was the best.
within the law.
oh man.
To do.
you then basically
So this qualifies in stalking as Texas, which is, fun fact, a felony. Don't do that in Texas. We'll come
following
get you.
her stories on Instagram, you saw that she posted a Brillo or mile.
So that was a call out to me.
25 hours to Key West.
With this,
Did he just say 25 hours?
That's a drive.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be playing with the
He's gonna be like that NASA lady that wore, like, the diapers.
Tell me you're a virgin without telling me you're a virgin. Bro.
It's gonna be over.
She did it to kill someone, though, right?
She did something. Yeah.
She drove that far? Or drove that much?
What's that, Beamer?
Injunction that she filed is not confirmed whether it's signed and approved by the judge yet, but she did turn in the documents.
And then he sent her a picture. He had her her face on his phone screensaver and sent her a picture of it.
Nice touch.
You got a second?
Pause it really quick.
Picture of the first one?
Bro, where's her dad? Because if
Probably
I had a
lucky-
daughter
we're probably
and we
lucky
were
he's
on,
not there, dude. Yeah.
if we were on family vacation
Yeah.
and some creep showed up after a 25-hour drive,
Yeah.
I'd be going to jail.
But if I had a sister,
Sweep the leg.
Oh no,
like, if
no,
I
no,
had, like, a friend.
no sweeping the leg, Keith. That's not painful enough.
Yeah, that's a.
There we go. That was more like it. That was
In my trap.
This is Florida.
This is how we get banned. We're what, 5 minutes in? How long are we in?
Hold on, where's
No,
that? Where's
we're
it at?
30 minutes
30
in,
minutes
dude.
in. Oh my god.
Hold on. Oh, I can't. Somebody's got to do
We've
it for me.
gotten 2 weeks for
What?
less.
We have gotten 2 weeks.
And then after I just got off the phone with our assistant state attorney, she's on the same page as me.
Never changed.
That
I
if,
love you.
That was a firecracker sound.
just based upon his
Firecracker,
statement
4th of
along the
July.
fact that he's
Yeah,
here,
that's all it was.
we're going to go
Fireworks.
ahead and we're going to take him for stalking.
Yes, let's go.
And then we're going to
Good
dig
policing
and
here.
see if we can get him for some type of violation. And that's when I'll call
The violation of a protective order is also very
your
serious.
chief of police up there. This
Leave that right there.
If
Okay.
they already had a protective order,
So I think she
No way
filed the
he's not.
paperwork, but it wasn't like in the system yet, and it might not have
Taking
been.
off
Who
your
cares?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I
Who
tried,
cares?
Whatever. Try. You know what you got.
Right.
This is cooperative, right?
No, I'm harmless.
Do you think that
harmless.
perception,
Nah.
people think they perceive you as harmless?
You're dangerous,
That's
dude.
unfortunate.
Because I'm seaboard.
Pretty somewhere.
Things you drove.
I hate to admit this, but with those sunglasses on, he looks more like Lenny Kravitz now.
I told you. it's like that's what he was going for. This is Gen Z Lenny Kravitz, probably.
It's Lenny Kravitz from Wish or Temu.
That's what we're going with.
Dude.
Just wait with this stuff.
Bro, instead of driving 25 hours, maybe go take a class on like interpersonal communication and learn how to talk to a girl.
2 counts of aggravated stuff.
Because of the mom.
Oh, I think about that. Yeah.
Because he was looking at the mom's Facebook or whatever and saw the post. That's, dude.
Easy free advice for the uninitiated. Don't stalk people. Like, no means no, dog. It's not that complicated. Like, I'm glad. I remember somebody. I had a writer. I actually worked a stalking case with a writer in, and the behavior to them was like, well, seems rather innocuous. And I was like, that says more about you than it does about the charge. I was like, dude, think about this.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, you've told this, and like to meet the elements of the offense is rather specific. Like you have to be notified. I don't want you here. And it's like a persistent, what is it? Persistent, like
I don't remember the statute.
It's persistent. Basically, it could happen over the phone, theoretically. You could just be like machine gun calling somebody, and if they've notified and told you that they don't want you talking to them,
they could get you for harassment with that
I was
too.
gonna say they'll get you with harassment, and subsequent charges of harassment qualify as stalking.
True. Yeah.
And so that was the case in this instance. Is they would show up and drop like love letters off. Basically, it was real weird. And so the guy would do it, and he had his phone number in there. And so she called this number and was like, "You need to stop showing up to my house. Like, my actual boyfriend might kill you. 1 and 2. Like, I don't want you to talk to me." And I was like, "Do that in a text message."
Yeah.
So she texted it, and then he responded to the text, and I was like, I can wait an hour. And we sat, and sure enough, he came up to go give a love letter, and boom, straight to jail. And he's like, for dropping off mail? I was like, he is not a mailman, 1. And 2, I had to explain the statute to him, but I was like, this escalates. It's not.
Remember that one guy that you called on the city cell to get him to show up?
That'll be for story time. I'll give you guys a story time of when I what do I want to say?
Not much. Don't say much.
It was my last day as a police officer, and I was gonna leave, and I took advantage of it. So I think it was my second to last shift, maybe.
It was definitely our last week.
It was the last week for sure, because I remember Tabs was there, and she looked at me like I was crazy. And
It also happened to be a slowish night for us, so
when it worked, she looked at me like, "You wild man!" Like, anyways, it's a good story. I'll give it to you guys. If you guys want to hear the story time, it will be in the after party. You can either get there through the YouTube membership program or through our Patreon group. For as little as $1 a month, you get direct access to Discord. I think I owe them either Phasmophobia or something. I owe y'all something for the after party. But story time about calling stalkers and how to be just an absolute ace on the phone for I guess gaslighting stalkers or whatever.
It's pretty hilarious.
It was a good time. That's some body cam I should have kept. That was a good day. Although I didn't get to do the apprehension.
I was gonna say, did you ever body cam on when you called him?
Hell no. And now that I think about it, hell no. I was like, this is a good way to get written up.
You could have recorded it though on your phone.
I should have. It would have been a good time.
But we weren't TikTok cops, so
no. When I was on duty,
we didn't record ourselves in uniform.
Yeah. Too busy working.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's see.
2018, an off-duty police officer witnessed a man shove about 5 bottles of shampoo down his pants, then make his way to the exit of a Walgreens.
It's a lot of shampoo.
Bro, is this cop gonna kink shame?
Would I go hands-on off-duty for shoplifting?
Fuck no.
Probably not. Where I was a cop, the likelihood that I got shot doing that is pretty high.
Also,
duty,
like,
imagine off duty.
Like, how much does it have to be a felony now?
Oh, dude,
it's a lot, right?
Lot. Yeah, it's not a little bit. It's more than a couple things of shampoo.
Yeah. No thanks.
See, Brittany Evans. Different profiles, but had to block each one. Yeah, dude, stalking's legit. I never experienced it personally, but I had seen it happen to like mutual friends of mine. And so by the time I became,
you saw it happen to me.
I did see it happen to you. I take that back. That's a little bit closer to home for you than it does for me.
I had to make a police report in my own city.
But
I also had to move and change my phone number.
I was gonna say you had to do a lot of things. That was a complicated situation.
I could have ended
I
it.
apologized about that, Bill. Okay.
I apologize. It's why
What'd you say, Juan?
It's why Juan said he apologized already for it.
I apologized for that already.
No.
You said you forgave me.
It's a 3-year stipulation.
Unfortunately, Juan, yours wasn't anywhere near as bad as this one.
Anyways, yeah, I'm probably not. Keith, are you stopping somebody off duty for shoplifting? You want
Negative. No. No.
Just be a good witness.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd be a good witness, but
Honestly, just record it with your phone. That's the best.
yeah, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying like understanding like the level of offense that I have, which for shoplifting is pretty low.
You know what though? I say this, but I saw a video of a guy who was leaving Home Depot or Lowe's with like a cart full of tools. And like a dude stopped him in the parking lot, and then like 3 more dudes showed up. I'd like to think I'd be one of those guys. Because it is getting kind of out of hand.
For tools, like if I looked at it and I just was like, that's like $1,000 worth of stuff, that I'd go, yeah.
Or someone like running in and filling up garbage sacks full of stuff. Like,
yeah, I think if it was overt,
I have to feel like I might.
Now,
it would have to be a mom and pop shop for me to care.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
If it was a Home Depot, if it's a Lowe's, if it's a Walmart, I'm like, nah, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not really they're super insured.
Dude.
They got more than enough profit margin.
But you're robbing
whatever.
the Michoacana.
Yeah.
Bro, Juan's blowing you away, dog.
Well, you'd be pretty
franchise.
ballsy to steal from one of those places.
Bro,
you're taking a machete to the ankle.
I'm getting there late. Like everybody else already beat me to it.
No, Juan's pulling people off. Like, hey, dude, it's not the death penalty. Chill,
Like
dog.
the guy from behind the meat counter is already going to be out there, like taking care of business. Like
Juan's over there, tranquilo, tranquilo.
I'd walk in and be like, "Yo, can I get some fajita chicken, please?"
They're like making space in the paletero cart to stuff the guy in there. Keep him fresh for the cops.
Juan's like, maybe I shouldn't call 911. I should leave.
Did y'all see the your tool thing? Reminded me of the guy that he dressed up like a just like in a polo and like a hat, and he just put a bunch of tools on like one of those carts and just like walked out like he was working and like stocking stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that.
I thought that's who you were mentioning, but it was basically the same thing. It was thousands of dollars worth of tools.
I did see a guy. I don't remember what he was wearing. But he pushed a cart in and loaded up a bunch of beer and just walked out like he was a beer guy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it
was the beer guy. Maybe I'm thinking of the beer guy.
That's a good one.
Either way, if you look like you know what you're doing, people will just let you do whatever.
Well, honestly, most of these videos you see, people are stealing a bunch of stuff and just running out, and the store employees can't do anything.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways.
The off-duty
Mighty
officer
Dork.
tackled the man to the
What a good
ground,
name.
where he immediately gave up and waited for the police to arrest him.
This was in Texas?
You got me on the floor, bro.
You got me on the floor, bro. At least he didn't handcuff him. They didn't blur out the crack. Come on now.
Calm down. We got under control. We're one detained.
So the elements of the offense for 90% of places that I could think of, it's the last point of sale, which would have been right where this guy back here is standing.
Yeah.
This would have met the elements of the offense for shoplifting. If he concealed it and passed this without paying for it, then that counts. It's also why this like bar is here, so you can't just like walk around it and act like you didn't know what you were doing.
I haven't checked his front pockets. So.
This lady's straight up like, I got places to be.
That's half the reason I wouldn't want to get involved.
Yeah, I got places to be.
So I'd be like, no, I'm not staying.
Are you happy to see me, or is that shampoo in your pants? Sarah, you gotta chill.
What's going on, man?
Be proud of yourself.
Y'all doing me like this because the Cowboys lost, huh, man?
Huh?
Y'all doing me like this because the Cowboys lost?
If
Did he say the Cowboys lost?
He says
They do it like that because the Cowboys lost.
Oh.
We would have zero crime in the city of Arlington if every single time the Cowboys lost, we went hella hard on enforcement.
True.
Because he would be every week, at least in the fall.
True.
Twice in November.
Man, brother, man, I'm just, man.
Brother,
I'm in
man.
between jobs right now, man. Please, man.
Yeah, well, now you're going to catch a case.
Yeah?
This sounds like
Tell me your
Houston.
kids are outside in the car.
You're gonna send them outside.
They're searching incident to arrest.
You're right.
Does that say? That say Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
sure does. Bro, Houston's got bigger problems than shampoo theft.
There's like 4 units on this call.
Yeah.
Who's the nicer part of Houston? So I guess you get towards like the Woodlands, you know?
The Woodlands, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I guess if you have to pick which call to answer, this one or like the shooting in progress.
Mr. Bailey.
Just have a seat, man.
Yeah, but
The dude with the shampoo in his pants.
Have a seat and you can say something.
Free advice.
Close the door.
For only suspecting, right?
Through the window.
Yeah.
What do you
Don't
have
say
to say? Like, if you're already in handcuffs and you're already in the back of the patrol car, like, it's a Fifth Amendment for a reason, dog. Like,
use it.
Oh, nice. Have a seat and get a seat. Hey, sir.
Inside the car.
And you kind of got tagged there on the forehead.
Fully, feet in.
There you go. Shut the door.
There you go.
I want to see if there was like security camera footage of.
Before you ask your question.
The Walgreens has to have some, right?
He was an officer?
Huh?
Did he tell you
I want to see the
takedown?
takedown.
No, he didn't tell me.
He didn't?
No.
I'm a little annoyed he asked that. Because you know he's only asking that because he wants to add a resisting charge.
You think so?
It's going to piss me off if I hear it later, but he's like, did he identify himself as an officer? I was like, why does that matter? Like, prevention of theft. I mean, you'd be covered if you were an officer or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you can't resist a citizen's arrest. Like, that doesn't count. Like,
Okay. Okay.
Why?
Okay, just wondering.
No, I didn't hit him. He slammed me to the ground.
Okay.
Before I did anything. Before I could even face him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hey, sir.
What's up?
Man,
brother, man.
You got any priors for theft?
Yeah.
I don't want to lie. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ah, there it is.
Close the door, man.
Are you not calling EMS for his forehead?
His forehead's pretty tagged there, yeah.
It's just conversation. We're just trying to.
That's what I'm trying to, sir.
No, this is not just conversation. He's arrested.
Yes, he's very arrested.
Okay, you know that we call the district attorney first?
At this point, you have to Mirandize him.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask a lot of
Ask him any
questions.
other
Present them the
questions.
case, or the evidence to the case?
Yeah, because previous theft charge could up this charge. So it is related to the investigation.
Yeah, because it's not up to us whether you go to jail.
I do think this is weird that they have to get DA approval to go to the jail.
You think it's because it's shoplifting?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, it might be
Because it's just where the statue
Yes.
It might be
falls. I mean,
specific
because
to
if
that,
it's
yeah.
5 shampoo bottles, is what, like
'Cause it-
40 bucks?
Yeah.
Maybe. Because that's normally a ticket. But if he has
Yeah.
previous theft,
Then
that
it
could
could be
every
jail.
previous occurrence ups. It's like a ladder on
Like
theft.
C to B to A to state
Yeah.
jail to felony,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't think it goes past state jail. Unless it's
No, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Sure,
Well-
it's lingering acid veto policy.
It's probably policy.
Walgreens and the VA.
Yeah.
We didn't have to call.
It's probably a county thing.
I bet you it's a county thing. Because, like,
Yeah.
we had that stupid Walmart across from the Cowboy Stadium. And
Yep.
that if I didn't arrest for theft, I don't know, like once a week. When you were in that beat,
Yeah,
it was like a third of your calls. It was and then I hated it because they get stuck on a domestic or a DWI, and you were like, you would see it come up on the like little unit monitor, and you were like, damn it, I'm the only available person. Son of a bitch.
Yep.
It's gonna be me and some Southside unit working this stupid call.
Do you remember who their chief was?
Huh?
Do you remember who their chief was less than a year ago?
No.
Houston?
Yeah, Houston. Art Acevedo was their chief.
Oh my god.
So that's what I'm saying. These guys may be having to deal with lingering poly from the Acevedo days.
That makes sense. Never mind. God bless him.
What's up to them, bro?
All right. Hold tight.
You get his info already?
No, not yet.
You can do it through the window.
So, did at any point you tell me you were an officer?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I told them because he was on the phone.
Okay, but
and then
before you like
No. I was heading over there. I was actually getting some cotton swabs, and I saw him
condoms.
Oh, we're gonna get demonetized for that music.
standing above shampoos and whatnot, and I saw him, putting the merchandise.
I just want to see if. Hold on.
There we go.
There it is.
His sleeves and whatnot.
Came out of the way.
He passed the point of sales. Look at him.
Yeah. So, but he asked about the officer thing. Hold on.
Right. I guarantee you.
If he says resisting, I'm gonna punch him.
Well, he just said he gave a little resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, resistant charger.
Yep.
Man, I knew it. I hate you guys.
That's so stupid.
Well, that's a bummer. Can't charge him with resistance.
Damn.
When even the arresting officer's like, I mean, he didn't resist that much. It's fine.
All right. Back it up like 5 seconds. I want to hear who's talking about adding the resisting charge.
Yeah, we should be okay to hear the music for this portion.
Point of sales. That's when I grabbed him, and he kind of gave a little resistance, and I just took him to the floor, and that was it.
Okay.
I mean,
So
little resistance, but
a little strong arming, but
nothing crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so not enough to get a resistant charge, or
It was the stupid on duty.
Yeah. Well,
not enough to get resistant charge.
No.
Bro.
Obviously.
I'm hoping the off-duty cop says no.
Oh.
I mean,
unless you well, for one of the things you got to identify.
Well, I mean, I didn't identify as a police officer. I wanted to get down real fast.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm here for this off-duty guy. I'm gonna
F your resisting charge.
I know. Now that I think about it, I wasn't.
Anyways.
Looking for his ride outside.
Oh, that's what he said.
Oh, they're adjusting his cuffs.
Enjoy this. The supervisor is quite the character, and I enjoyed his input.
And his shirt and whatnot and try to walk out the door. That's when he grabbed him, put him on the ground, put his hands behind his back, and that's where I.
What's your name, sir?
Officer Medell.
Medell? What's up? What happened?
Just like you said, I was down this house. Grabbed him and put him on the floor.
Do you ID yourself?
Do you hear people going code in the background?
Yeah.
That's literally going back to Juan. You gotta work this in the shooting. Like,
yeah.
I'll take my shoplifting call. It's cool.
Not at the time. It happened too fast. But
Shoplifting call that got handled
when I
by
got him on
an
the floor,
off-duty cop
the
before
manager,
you got there
call the
too.
police, off-duty officer.
Right.
So he heard it. But at the time.
What's great too is you're only transporting. This guy's got to go do the arrest report.
Oh, he has to do the report.
Yep. See, he's off duty, but he's the one that made the enforcement action and decided to do the enforcement action. You're gonna say, "I, Officer Josh, showed up, reviewed PC, and transported to the jail."
Another reason I'm not doing stuff off duty.
You will generate a report. Because you're going to take a statement from a citizen. Citizen's going to be like, I swept the leg, threw him on the ground, whatever.
Do you get paid for it?
Actually, could you put in for overtime?
Get like an hour?
Do an overtime slip for having to do an arrest off duty?
No, because they're going to say you
chose to step in and.
What's it called? Like, why doesn't my brain work? What was it called when we had to intervene? A duty to intervene.
Yeah.
They're gonna say that you were acting under what you thought was your duty to intervene.
I buy that. I buy that.
Yeah, he was already on the floor.
Right. Yeah, it's a good idea to ID yourself first.
Yeah.
And then do that. Just for future references.
Yeah.
So I guess You gonna knock out a supplement?
Yeah.
Or a report?
Yeah.
Who's doing the original? Yes. Yeah, do a supplement.
Bro, this guy's falling on the sword here. He's doing the report.
He hears the code 3 sirens. He's
He goes,
like, yeah, I got it.
I got
right
the
here.
report.
I got this.
Man.
For a couple hours. Gonna type real slow.
Real slow.
Click.
Yeah, till your sergeant calls and says, put that report on hold and go answer this call halfway across the city.
Or worse, you're on I was pulled. I remember getting pulled. Another story time. I'll give you guys this one. My very first, no, it was my second minor that I had to see die. I was on a report on an overtime shift. At the end of that shift, and dispatch pulled me.
Ugh.
I remember barely hearing it on my radio.
That's fucked up.
They're lucky I answered my radio because I pulled my earpiece out.
Yeah, you were just.
I happened to hear. I was like, "There's no way they said my number," and I like keyed up, and I was like, "It was like 234." I'm like, "Put your report on hold." It's like, "Oh shit, okay, fine." I thought it was for domestic, and then I showed up, and I was like, "Oh no, this is why I got pulled. This makes sense." But yeah. It's all fun and games until there's real policing that has to happen, and it doesn't matter if you're on a report or not. If I didn't have anyone in cut, they could see that I was already at the jail and like sitting in the back parking lot. And I was like, "Damn it, I played myself." Yeah. Bad days at the office.
Okay, why you did what you did?
Yeah.
Want to write down my payroll?
Sure. I mean, I don't have to, but.
Mr. Liscano? What's going on?
Sir, I wasn't.
Why is he interviewing him? Is this guy bored? He hears that code 3.
Everybody hears that code 3, and they're like, "All right, how do we extend this?"
Why do you need a supervisor? Because there was an off-duty cop there?
I guess. This is weird. Okay.
Was he a different agency? Do they need like his supervisor?
I didn't ask that. I didn't think about
it. It doesn't sound like he's from a different agency.
No.
If he's just doing a supplement, I would assume he's a Houston police officer.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I went to Fort Worth, I can't sign into their report writing system and do a supplement.
You just take you would take like the name and badge number, and you might like dictate to them something, but you're not going to type it up, especially because it didn't happen in your jurisdiction. You don't have, it's not that you don't have enforcement action there. It's just like the DA is not going to want it from you.
Yeah.
Because
so I would assume
DA's office.
I would assume he's just
the DA then?
An off-duty Houston officer. I don't know. This is
trying to figure out if he's even going to jail or if this is a.
Yeah, this is so weird.
I'm gonna walk out the store, sir. I was waiting on my girl. I didn't want her to see me get into all the extra stuff that we weren't gonna buy. We were supposed strawberry, sir. Yeah, in his forehead. He's gonna check you out.
EMS.
Yeah, detained by the officer. Struck with the officer outside here, and his forehead. I guess no. Okay.
Are you lying? Are you gonna lie on your oath also? If we go to court on this, on trip. It's hard.
Okay.
I'm done.
I hear.
They lecture each other for a little bit. That's weird that the sergeant was getting involved.
I
also find it odd, but I think Keith brought it up that they're probably dealing with some fallout of some lack of trust with their police department.
Yeah. Yes.
In Houston, no.
No. Shout out to you guys that are working. And
yeah, he could have been a county guy, I guess.
Yeah, it's a possibility. But you at least where we worked, I didn't even need a sergeant's approval for that arrest.
No.
I mean, I would be in the jail already submitting my report, and they would just look at it to see if they wanted anything changed or updated or clearer or with more character or whatever.
Yeah, we had our arrest reports approved before we cleared the call.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
We did not have to get approval to arrest someone.
No, like that's weird.
Unless it was immediate disposition on a ticket.
Yeah, and you'd get
which
that.
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess you could consider this theft charge that.
But I mean, like that's like
it was so little.
Yeah, and I guess maybe that's why he was a little bit more concerned about the resisting portion of it, right? So, like, if there's resisting, then you're going to jail plus the shoplifting ticket, right? You're going for resisting while they're trying to enforce the misdemeanor. It's happening in his presence, right? Because, like, for speed, you wouldn't go to jail. But if I pull you over for speed, then you get out and try to fight me for it or whatever, then yeah, you can go with that, or assaulting a peace officer,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Mighty Dork says resisting charge will let them skip calling the DA.
It would. Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Because it's a separate charge, and then
That makes
they just go with that.
H-Town's weird. Entitled man threatens police. Let's see how that goes.
Listen to me. Shut your mouth. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not going to argue with you. Do not get in my face. I'm not in your face. Okay. Get your finger out of my face. Do not bite your finger off.
In general, just as an easy rule of thumb for interacting with anybody that you don't know, probably don't be this confrontational.
Yeah.
The flip side of that, don't do that when that person is armed in front of you. I'll never understand. I'm sure this works for some people in some way, shape, or form. I just wouldn't do it with the police. You might beat the first cop. You might beat the fifth cop that shows up. But like, what is that scene from Tim? I'm never
Raining
alone,
police
or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, dude. It's just not worth it.
Go check that out. Full episode now.
Especially you watch some
Full
people
context
get their,
episode.
Yeah, they get their attitude adjusted. You do that to the wrong person on the street, like cop or no cop, like bro, like you have not been checked in your life before, and it shows.
No, you're not. Listen. I will bite your finger off of your fucking hand. Okay, calm down. Sir, let me talk. Out of my face. No, let me talk to you. Out of my face. Get on the ground. I'm not doing it. Get on the ground right now. Really?
On November 4th,
He got a little elevated there. All right, rookie. He threatened to bite your finger off. He didn't threaten to blow the school up or anything weird like that. Like, you didn't chill.
An officer conducted a welfare check on a man who kept revving his engine on his motorcycle on the road.
I'm about to get out the male subject on a motorcycle. Appears to be possible signal 1, rubbing his engine by Juanas.
Yeah, I wonder how this started. Surprised he's doing this by himself, if he's doing this by himself.
Yeah, welfare check by yourself? I don't know.
Welfare check.
Keith, would deputies do this by themselves? I don't know. City cops, hell no.
I mean, considering we were by ourselves most of the time anyway, you know. Yeah. I mean, I've broken up bar fights by myself, you know. So yeah.
Maybe this makes.
We were spoiled.
We rolled a little different. Yeah, y'all were spoiled with things like backup and stuff like that.
Backup and resources. And
Resources, yeah.
Dumb. Actually, weirdly enough, deputies tend to have more resources because there's less people. Like
True.
as an individual officer, you tend to like. I never was issued like stop sticks. I was lucky to have flares in my patrol car.
I had a 36-inch baton. Just a reminder. Yeah, trust me.
You had a telegraph and a baton.
Yeah. If I had the one-man something, yeah, they gave me the tools.
That's fair. That's fair.
You had an Iron Man suit.
My guy's in an F-150.
What's going on? Okay, why are you
This
sitting here
dude was just
revving
sitting
your
on the side of
engine
the
back
road
and forth
revving
in
it?
the middle of the road?
I didn't go in the road. I pulled over and I turned around. That's it.
Okay, I watched you sitting here falling over on the bike trying to get it across the road.
Hotter than I don't have shoes on, man.
Okay.
That's all.
Do you have an ID on you?
I don't.
So operating a motorcycle, no helmet, no shoes, no what? Yeah, you're technically you had a detention with just that alone, right? Theoretically, the real petty, but that would be your detention.
I don't know about that. Is there a rule that says you have to wear shoes?
So in Texas, I think at least the helmet you can stop for it, but it's only a ticket. You can't.
No.
Somewhere I
you
think
don't.
you could stop.
You don't have to wear a helmet.
Interesting.
Now, if you're wearing
we had
a helmet,
period. There was a period where helmets were required. They had them and then they took them away.
So if you're wearing a helmet, they can stop you and check your helmet for like DOT rating.
I see,
Yep.
I see.
But you do not have to wear a helmet while operating a motorcycle.
I want to say
Now, if he's doing illegal
wear a
U-turns and
helmet.
shit in the road,
Yeah,
then
that I could see.
sure. But
And this is
just based off his
part-time thing.
appearance, I don't think you have a
And
detention.
I don't know that you have a welfare check. Like revving your engine, unless there's like a noise,
You're just being an asshole.
complaint or something like that. Like maybe there's like a noise, because I know like in California they have. I don't agree with it, but they like if you have modified exhaust or your
Right.
exhaust is too loud.
Yeah, they
I've
can
seen
stop
that.
you for.
Yeah.
They'll
He's
actually write you
expecting DUI.
tickets. Maybe at this point.
Yeah,
He
you might-
kind of sounds like it
He
when he
said
said,
something about
"I watched
waving
you
or-
fall over."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
I don't know.
that's an invest, and he's got a detention as opposed to because like a welfare
Yes.
check, you don't really have
Yeah.
a detention per se. You're
No.
just there, and you're just
You
it's
do a consensual
stop.
contact.
Yeah,
And try and talk your way into see what's going on.
yeah. I'd be curious to see if he articulates that.
No.
You have no idea. Do you have any what? Don't reach in your pockets. Do you have any on you to get you in any trouble?
weapon, dude.
Oh, you mind if I pat you down real quick? Make sure you
Go ahead.
face that way for me.
I would want a detention, and so I'd want to have an articulable offense, and there should be a misdemeanor somewhere there.
Yeah.
Whether it's DWI, PI, maybe, I don't know, something. Maybe the engine's too loud or whatever it is. I don't like this
Decent
idea.
exposure with the butt crack.
Yeah, you might be able to
I
do
mean,
that, yeah.
watched him turn around in the road. How is that not an illegal U-turn?
That I might buy. Yeah, but
Guess
like
I don't know
but I
traffic
want
law in Florida.
Yeah, but I just would like to see that be articulated. If not, I mean, this is effectively there's now Fourth Amendment violations here as far as illegal searches. Like you can't just frisk somebody for fun. Like you have to have some level of a detention to even do that.
Also,
Or
you like how he's
investigation.
like, how he seems worried about weapons, but he's having him turn around and face the back of his bike where he could be concealing a weapon.
It's a weird. This is a weird stop so far.
Keep your hands up on top of your head for me. Make sure. Is this your bike?
Oh, there's
Where are
sandals.
you from? Here, step over here. You're out of traffic. Huh? Minnesota. Okay. Down here on vacation or what's going on?
Nope.
What's down here?
Place down here too.
Oh, you own a place down here? Okay. So what's going on with you revving your bike?
I can't rev my bike, dude. I have pipes. That's the point.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're down here on the side of the road sitting there screaming, revving your pipe, stop people in traffic.
No.
Then you're coming across the road trying to walk across the road. Okay, but then you're trying to walk across the road with a bike.
No, I wasn't.
You were.
What do you want to do? Fly across the road?
No, but you can't be sitting there going sideways across the road.
You turn as close as I could as well as I could with my dude.
You have no ID on you. All right, hang tight right here for me.
This would have all been a non-issue if he had articulated his detention.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like, I'm still because this is obviously. I mean, spoiler alert: it's going to escalate into a use of force, right? But you're escalating that force to an effect an arrest or affecting like I don't know, man.
Also, I don't think yelling at a guy that you're doing a welfare check on is helping whatever situation is actually happening.
Are we off base here? I feel like this would be my complaint. If I'm having to back this guy on a call, I'd be like, "Yo, dog, before I fight this guy, give me a reason."
His approach he may want to tone it down a little bit. I mean, it's just
gotta
for an
stop.
inquiry. Yeah, I mean, if he kind of had, if he witnessed the U-turn, yes, okay, but still, he's kind of reaching beyond that. So a little less confrontational would be my opinion, the way to go with this.
Like just looking at this road, maybe the U-turn is legal to park because it looks like you can park on the side of the road, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he can make a U-turn to park.
Yeah.
So maybe that's not illegal there. Maybe that has nothing to do with it.
That's kind of what I
But
mean.
like
Just the fact that he did it so slow that it seemed like it was
impeding
something else.
traffic or something like that.
Yeah, because I think that seems to be kind of where he's going with it, which is like, because even the guy said like I did it as slow and as whatever as I could, and it's like
he said loud because no one was like
Yeah,
no one was
stopping for him.
Cross traffic wasn't stopping to let him basically
Let him through.
turn left, right? If he's doing a U-turn, but like they don't have to. You don't have to yield.
No.
Like cross traffic on a 2-lane road doesn't have to yield so you can turn left.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like he's got like the vibe of PC, but not quite enough for a way to articulate what he has.
Right.
And kind of the reason why we're being so picky about this is you do have a body camera on and you need to act to that body camera Because if this escalates into a use of force, let's say this guy produces a weapon, right? And you have to go and smoke this guy. And this guy just happens to know a lawyer, or the family knows a lawyer, and this goes the whole Karen Reed route, right? Now you're in some weird court case. Like, you want, anytime you're going to leverage your authority on a citizen, you have to have some level of justification to do it legally, or there's no difference in between you, outside of wearing a uniform, talking to this guy and anybody else. You don't have a lawful detention.
But also now,
articulated that you don't.
You saw him on the roadway on his motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
He's already told you he doesn't have a driver's license. Boom, there you go. There's your detention.
Sure. There you go. But at least, like, articulate.
You don't have to yell at him to get that there.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point in yelling at him and then be like, oh, you don't have any identification? Like, why are we escalating?
This comment section.
Dude, our chat's lost the plot entirely.
I love you guys.
I like it.
I love you guys.
Right here.
We're an educational channel.
Hang tight right here for me. Okay, hang tight right here for me. Okay.
I'm standing.
I understand that. Right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand with her.
Okay.
Retrieving a weapon.
Oh, those are gloves, not flip-flops.
Hey!
He watches our channel. He knows he needs gloves.
No, I'm having... Get over here!
Okay.
Get over here. No, I'm trying to make sure you're okay. Now stand over here.
No. My shit on right here.
No, right here.
I'm going right here.
Okay, I don't care. You're gonna sit right here.
So, if there was a stop here, right, and I'm not sure if he's articulated or not, you're covered by MIMS, right? But this, like, back and forth, and maybe he's stalling to try to get back up. He was trying to key up, and people were walking on his traffic.
Yeah.
So, like, he can't ask for it yet. But, like, this person's already showcasing that they're not going to be very compliant with whatever it is that you're trying to do here. Have your lawful authority, but then also understand, like, hey, this is going to escalate. Like, let's maybe get someone here, or at least start someone getting here, or quickly escalate to de-escalate. But at least you're in sand.
Thank you, Blank. Have fun at D&D.
Yes, Blank.
I don't know.
I hope you roll 20s.
Yes.
Actually, I think it's a DM.
You're gonna sit right here.
Zero say over what I do.
You're gonna sit right here.
I'm not gonna sit right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit.
No, you're not. You're gonna hang tight right here.
You're not detain me.
124. Can you send me another unit?
Arrest me, let me go. Arrest me.
Over here.
Arrest me, or I'm gonna go this way.
No, over here.
No, you cannot tell me.
You are not free to leave.
Yes,
you understand that?
Arrest me.
You are not free to leave.
Arrest me.
For what?
Nope. I'm gonna
What's
go
he
that way.
detained
You're
for?
not gonna go that way.
Is that coming to the ground then?
No, I'm gonna have you sit over here. I'm trying to be cordial with you. I'm trying to be cordial with you.
No, you're not. Are you gonna touch me?
Yes, I will put hands on you. Okay?
Why?
Because you are being detained. Because you're okay. Listen to me.
Shut your mouth.
Listen to me.
That'll be the dumbest thing you ever did.
Listen to me. I'm not gonna argue with you. Do not get in my face.
Conversely, you're not allowed to approach somebody and then say, "Don't touch me." This is like the, this is the, what is it? The abusive girlfriend tactic. Like, they go and meet at some summit. I've seen this in domestics all the time. Like, we'll be showing up, and then we get, "Don't touch me, don't do." You're like, "Dog, stop approaching the person. You don't want to touch you." Like, this is. You could probably pull up like just random fighting clips, and this is like the tactic. This is, I don't know where this is, somehow instinctual to humans to do this. It's a weird deal.
I'm not in your face.
Okay.
Get your.
Also, what is it? Pre-game or the pre-fight meets or whatever, like the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Fights. Don't touch me. I'm like, well, you're walking up to me. What do you want from me?
Like a touch tips of the nose, like, don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Can't even slide a piece of paper through.
Dude, it's a weird, like,
I'm not touching you.
I'll never understand it, dude.
Finger on my face.
Do not
bite your finger off.
Do not. You're not. Listen.
I will bite your finger.
Okay. Listen.
His finger curled up.
Hand.
Okay.
Jokes to you.
Calm
I'm
down.
into that.
Let me talk.
Out of my face.
No, let me talk to you.
On some fight-resistant gloves.
I'm not doing it.
Get on the ground right now.
Really? Do
Hands on the ground.
For what?
Get on the ground.
Taser deployment successful. You got a compliance.
That would be the first time that threatening with a taser worked.
I'm mad.
You know what's really sad? At the right distance, the taser would work great on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little too close.
This is too close, yeah.
This is probably
But
a little too close.
You can get a nut shot in there.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I have no button. 124, give me traffic. You already checked. I have no. Get on the ground right now. Put your hands flat on the ground. Get on the ground. There you go, bud. Get on the ground right now. You will get tased. Get on the ground. What? Put your.
I don't know that you're tasing a dude on his knee.
this all happened because you didn't articulate your detention. Like,
Okay, so Keith, I tased somebody on their knees. You think I got a lecture?
Patrolman, you have a problem.
Wait a minute.
Where's it at? Go and bring it,
you
Bill.
don't have PC, you dumb motherfucker.
There you go.
There it is.
So now you
I don't know, man. I'm okay with the threat right now because he's by himself, right?
Yes.
Maybe he feels nervous, but like actually deploying, if he gets up, maybe it's different. But like, as it sits, if he just decides to get in a standoff with you where he just hangs out in the sand, like, I don't know if that counts.
if the threat of the deployment is enough to hold him there,
then fine.
that's all it's got to do is hold him there.
good.
Like you said, as long as he doesn't get up, we're fine. But if he remains there without you cycling on him,
Yeah, that's the way it should
Yes.
be. If you get up or if you continue to resist, I will have to tase you is the way.
there you
it should
go.
be verbally.
There you go.
But then you're going to have to write a report. And your report's going to say, I what? Detained this guy for what? Did he know that? Yeah, a welfare check.
He seems well.
Dan, you are the problem. Problem.
Your face on the ground. Do you understand me? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. What? Face down. There you go, bud. Put your hands behind your back. You will get tased. What am I getting arrested? Put your hands behind your back. What are you arrested? You are being detained. Put your hands for what?
It's all he.
Is this what a detainment? I mean, I'm not saying it can't be, but like, I would detain somebody like this maybe over like a shooting in progress. And if we thought this guy was the gunman, right? Because then it would be like reasonable if they said, you know, Captain Flapjacks with no shirt on a motorcycle is actively hurting people and like that's what I'm showing up to, then yeah.
Yeah.
But like either a welfare check or a misdemeanor. I guess you maybe have the threat, like what is it? I don't even know that you have assault by threat on a peace officer.
He said he was gonna bite his finger.
That's a serious bodily injury.
It
So
could be a kink, dude.
yeah.
It could be Charlie.
Yeah.
Stop.
Your
That's
finger.
a deep cut. Could be Charlie.
You never ID'd him. You don't know.
It's true.
Behind your
That's
back.
true. I mean, so far he's failed ID.
Okay, put your other hand behind your back right now. Put your hand behind your back.
Pretty compliant.
They're throwing sand in his face.
I told you to stop. I did.
Bro, chill out.
I wouldn't want to lay down in that either. That just seems like you're gonna burn your whole
Not
flank.
Brad Albert, you see the scar? Why are you doing this? Really? 124, one detained. For what? For what? Because you're not listening to me. I don't have to listen. I told you you were detained, so I figured what's going on. You're walking in traffic. You said no. I said you were detained.
Pedestrian in a roadway? Is that really what this is for?
He wasn't just walking though, he was still moving his motorcycle.
This is like an unmarked too.
Yeah, it's weird.
This is
kidnapping
kind
now.
of weird.
I wish it had a dash cam so we could see the dash cam of what he saw when he pulled up.
Out of this dirt, dude. Get me up.
It's not dirt,
You
it's
can sit
sand.
down right
but-
here. Don't touch me. Yeah, I will put hands on you. Okay, and I'll
What
break your neck.
for? I just
Keep
didn't-
talking. I will break your neck. Keep talking. Sir, I will this all, please. And that ankle, and this knee, and that foot. Quit arguing. What? Wrong. Stop. He's on the side of the road just revving his bike motor. Oh my God, dude. Get the all these people are coming to me saying, hey, he's drunk, he's tipping over. I'm sober. They don't even drink.
Is this the camera from the back?
This is the backup, yeah.
Okay.
Right down, I don't have shoes on, dude. Get this fucking cuffs off me, Pop.
Get a cage.
Pop, get the sir.
Get a cage.
Hoorah! Get the.
No, I do not.
Dude, hey, I'm suing the out of this guy.
Bike, so I go to get out with him.
I'm suing the out of this guy.
He's on his mouth, threatening to kill me.
No, he. Oh my god.
Good.
He didn't threaten to kill you.
Yeah, he did. He said he's going to
Oh, he
break
did?
his neck.
Oh, okay.
When he was handcuffed and sitting on the ground.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
It's
know.
not a.
I know
It's
people
not
who
a.
survived breaking their neck.
It's not a actionable threat at that point. But
hear
he
me
did
out.
say it.
So hear me out. Let's say I don't have an offense at all. Let's say I'm driving by a police officer in a patrol car, and I yell, "F you, I'm going to kill you," but continue to leave. I mean, you stopping for that?
You yell it to the wrong cop, you're going to get pulled over.
100%. I'm not saying you're not going to get pulled over. I'm not encouraging the behavior. I'm just saying.
I kind of am. I'd like to see what happens.
Ah, man, I don't know, dude. Like,
Pick the wrong cop on the wrong time.
I don't know, dude.
He has not asked for his name that I've heard yet. So they don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah, I hope he's an
That's
axe
the best
murderer
part.
or something, dude.
He's
Hopefully.
nothing. He's not going to be
Probably
anything.
not.
He's a big pussy.
I told him to
This
stop.
is probably a finance bro with a beach house.
Just a minute. Relax.
Can I just stand here, please? I'm not. Why is it?
If
I'm
you
impressed he got
have
himself up.
One, yes, shout out to him. But like, if you have an offense, which allegedly you do, how is he not in a patrol car already?
Right. Why are we sitting out here in the sand? Because you still don't have his identification. So, like, what are we doing out here?
Get it back to chat.
Doing it again. Car, you're going to tote another charge. Put your feet in the car. Public.
I wasn't smoking.
Sit
Oh,
down.
resisting?
Sit down.
I'm gonna get
Put your feet in
mad.
the car.
What, am I being
Put your feet in the car.
Excuse me.
Put your feet in the car. You're going to tote another charge. Put your feet in the car. We'll
I don't
talk to you in
have a
just a
charge
minute.
yet.
Listen, I just pulled up. Did you see me pull up?
Yes,
Put your
please
feet in the
feed
car.
me. Ring me around.
All right, so what happened?
Why are all these cops so mad?
The heat.
I don't get it, dude. I like maybe.
What are you so mad about? This, like,
It's
I hope
weird.
something comes of this, because this guy was literally just minding his own business, trying to park his motorcycle.
Like, hopefully he's drunk or something.
I don't think he's drunk.
He
I
didn't
don't
seem
think
like it
so,
at all,
dude.
though.
Like,
He got himself up off the ground in handcuffs. If he's drunk, I'm super impressed.
and don't get me wrong. Should you be acting like that to anybody?
No.
No. Did the guy asshole himself into some handcuffs? Sure. However, when you look at the letter of the law and the way the Constitution's articulated, a lot of this stuff is going to fall under the First Amendment, right? And
Yeah.
on top of that, there's the Fifth Amendment and the Fourth Amendment that are also likely getting violated here if you don't have some level of articulable, reasonable suspicion of a crime, of which that you articulate to the individual, because he's thinking to himself like, well, how much of this do I really have to comply with? Do I have to produce an ID?
Did you asshole yourself into dealing with an asshole?
That's kind of what I mean. Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
kind of like because like if I
'cause
rolled up
you-
to Keith
yeah.
randomly out of nowhere and was like, I need to see your ID, the first question out of Keith's mouth would be like, why?
Yeah, for what?
Did I win the lottery? Like, did I like?
And if for a good 5 minutes you can't explain why.
Like, I'm not saying Keith's not a rational adult and would probably just be like, I guess, like, here, but like, for what? Like,
It's just, it never
adults-
should have
yeah.
gotten to this
Yeah.
point, though.
Adults could have
You know
handled
what's
this. Yeah.
Terrible is before we started this channel, I probably would have handed over my ID, and now I'd be like, for what?
That's a problem. Yeah.
Now that I know more, I'm
Yeah.
like, for what?
Yeah.
I'll be like, for what? And then when they tell me, I'll be like,
Yeah.
am I detained for that?
I'm not threatening to bite someone's finger off. I'm not gonna sit there and violate this weird detention that he believes he has on me.
And
but,
honestly,
I'm
if
gonna let
I
him
was,
know I think it's weird. Like,
if
I'm
I
at least
was
gonna articulate,
like Mikey Moobs and I was just trying to park my motorcycle, I would have at least just sat there and talked to him for a minute and be like,
something, yeah.
sorry, Juan. I didn't see you were drinking.
The timing was the worst timing. Oh my god,
Juan's computer there.
Oh my god, I literally had to aim away from my keyboard.
But
into,
legit,
a secondary cup.
It could have taken 2 minutes to have a conversation with this guy, and been like, "Bro, listen, don't rev your engine." Like, I understand.
Be on
Like,
to the next one,
but
dog.
people call, and then I have to come talk to you. Like,
oh wow, oh man,
That's
I'm
it.
gonna be mad if a resisting charge comes out of
He's
this.
just down here going like this, just yelling, revving his bike like super loud.
I voted for
I'm like,
yes.
what is this guy's problem? I'm trying to deal with a traffic stop. Yeah. And all these people, like 3 or 4 people, stop me. Hey, you need to check on him. He looks like he's drunk. He's all over the. Like, he's falling over. So I look down there. So fucking engine and all this stuff. Walk anywhere. I can tell he's about to fight. So I was trying to like keep on the ground. I'm like tense, run him. What his deal was like. I'm not too worried about it. Pissed off.
Yeah. Stripes.
So we do the resisting. It's up to you if you want to do the assault on lawful.
I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, he's like, I will
The
end
fuck?
If assault on a peace officer's on the table, and you're not that worried about it,
I'm so annoyed.
That was the weirdest encounter. He's like, I will bite your finger. For resisting an officer without violence.
What's he being charged with? What did he resist?
Without violence.
Cannibalism.
Me talking at him.
He resisted without violence. What? What? Articulate to me what he resisted.
I'm about to go take the bar just so I can participate in these. Like,
Sarah, don't make us turn into Chris the Cop and say no spoilers in our chat.
Oh, it's like a normal, just a normal fill-in
All right, Mr. Joel. Looks like you are going to jail today for resisting an officer without violence.
What?
And what?
I got a couple questions. They're not relevant or anything.
for what? Oh, I'm so mad.
He resisted the officer's charms.
Do I think this guy's a jerk? Yes. Do I think... I have a lot of strong feelings about him personally, right? But legally, what if he had a legit resisted? What if during the apprehension he got hurt? Like, what if someone else got hurt over this enforcement action? Like, that's all I'm getting at, dog. Like,
Dude, I'm suing the out of you. Call my lawyer.
Well, I don't
call
need
my
your
wife
lawyer.
and call my lawyer.
So,
call my wife and call my lawyer.
Did you take anything? Do you have any medical necessity to be checked out by EMS right now? Okay, what did you take?
I didn't take any drugs, man.
Okay, so listen, if you can calm down, what happened?
Please, can I put my cuffs in front of me, please? Can I please? No.
Do you know anybody local possession of your bike or anything? Deploy that because you're going to jail. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Touch the guy.
That's why it's without violence.
How did I resist? I walked away. I wasn't under arrest. I asked him, am I under arrest? He said no. I walked away.
He told you were detained.
For what? For what, dude?
Yeah, no, the $1 million question that no one can answer.
Why, dude? Why does this happen?
Oh,
please,
man.
Dude. Please, brother. Please get me the out of these cuffs, man. I'm hurting, dude. I need this fucking country, dude.
is he really crying?
So to be fair, he did have a big scar on his elbow. That probably does hurt like hell to be in that position.
Yeah.
Like, you could have at least double cuffed this guy so he could get his elbow more up.
Put your feet in the car.
He told me to give me my shoes at least, man.
Put your feet
Dude,
in the
They
car.
shouldn't have opened the door.
Touch me, kid.
Listen.
Do not touch me.
I'm not worried about you.
He's probably bipolar.
I could see, what is it? It's not bipolar, 'cause it's faster. Borderline? Is that the other one?
Oh, like personality disorder?
It's like like where you
borderline, yeah.
Because in
Yeah.
bipolar, it's
is
very
manic
slow.
and depressive episodes.
But
Yeah.
they're typically like days worth of that, right? Typically,
Yeah.
like you don't have it. It's not a flip of the switch. Versus
Right.
borderline can be,
Or
you'll have something that'll set you off or whatever.
he's high.
More unstable moods.
Could be high.
I don't think he is, but shit, I don't know.
Borderline's a lot more like impulsiveness, unstable moods, that kind of stuff. So that
Why are we slamming?
He could also just be a dude with a bad temper.
He's refusing to listen to absolutely.
Can you make the determination that he's got no medical necessity? Like, oh, I don't know, dog.
He said he was in pain.
Oh, you're not a medical professional.
Correct.
Also, and I forget what he said the scar was for, but he did mention the scar as a thing to be like careful of, like he had surgery or something.
I think he broke his elbow.
Okay, Keith. Be the word of reason here. And this is Keith, Mr. PR24 swinging Keith. Are we off base?
It was 36-inch.
No. You're not off base.
This would not fly where I was a cop.
This is embarrassing the whole department because all these cops are just like mad for no reason.
And
like,
I'm not. The sergeant doesn't know what happened. He doesn't have time.
He's
to
only
look at
getting
body cam.
told. He's only getting told
Agreed.
the officer's story, right?
Agreed. But and
complete.
If you're a supervisor, please, for my sake, so because I can watch less of these and my blood pressure will go down. Like, if the only charge the officer is alleging is resisting, the very next question should be resisting what?
So
Exactly.
he's resisting detention? For what? What was he detained for?
Like, that wouldn't fly. If you, like, literally in the state of Texas, nowhere in there does it say resisting detention.
I'd love to see you show up to the jail, write your report, say so-and-so to Sergeant whatever. Can you check my arrest report? Your phone's going to ring in about 12 seconds, and they're going to say, they're in jail for what?
I'm sorry, where in Texas Penal Code does it say resisting detention?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they're in jail for what? You booked them into jail for what?
Okay, I can't watch that anymore. It's stressing me out. I'm getting more mad.
But he's gonna spit.
Hold on. Okay, I'll fast forward. This is upsetting me.
You're gonna take me to jail? Yes, sir.
That's, I mean,
You'll get it. Okay, you'll get it. I understand. All right. We're gonna.
Shout out for you interviewing them through the window. I will give you that.
Wow,
Thank you
yeah.
for doing that.
I'll help you out. All right.
I'm detaining right now. Why are you? My shoulders can't bend like this, man. Please help me.
right.
Just put my hands on this to me, dude.
Listen to me, okay? Okay.
Yeah, you know. Oh, I think it's the
Oh,
spit
here it
button.
comes.
That's what it is.
Did you see how quickly that happened?
Yeah.
Because
Definitely
of-
something going on with him.
Because of how long it's taking you to conduct this investigation, you've allowed this person to go through this manic depressive flux multiple times, opening yourself up to additional charges.
Off here right now, okay?
Vaughn, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch anyone, Vaughn.
Listen to me.
Why are you doing this to me, dude?
Listen to me, okay?
Vaughn,
Upset.
Very weird.
You don't spit on me.
I didn't spit on you, bitch ass motherfucker. Take me.
The second that first one happened, I'm moving away from the window. Like,
Yeah,
why would
step
you
back.
stand-
Yeah, we're done, dude. We're done talking.
But also, why are you talking to him at this point? If you have resisting, which is still bullshit, but let's say you believe in your mind you have an arrestable offense. What are we doing?
To jail then.
Roll this up.
Take me to jail, you pussy ass motherfucker.
Okay.
Hey, now it's warrior time, sir. Fuck you.
Don't spit on me.
I didn't spit on you, Vaughn.
The second spit!
Right.
Maybe Bond likes it.
I think in the same way that it wouldn't fly if you jump in front of the car and then shoot at that car, saying that it was like it wouldn't fly. They did. We had an officer right after Bill and I left at our old department that because they believed that he placed himself in front of the car, they said that the shooting was unjustified.
And he got charged with murder.
Mm-hmm.
You should not be allowed to stand there and goat someone to spit on you, and when they do spit on you, you charge them. Like, you have no reason to be investigating here. I'd kick this so fast.
I spit next to you. Get the out of my face, you pussy little bitch. Take me to jail, motherfucker. You bitch ass motherfucker.
We don't need to spit mess right now.
Damn.
So, roll your window up.
I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Maybe I could see if they had an offense that that him yelling, "I'm gonna beat your ass," is retaliation. I could totally see that. My big beef is we don't really have an arrest right now.
That's what I'm saying. What did they have to get him in the car?
That's kind of like, so everything
It's
else
just-
I feel like is
What
kind
did they have to pull out their taser and threaten
Well,
him
yeah.
with a taser?
Okay, so it is not a criminal offense to be an asshole.
That's what I mean.
We could have spent our entire shifts just snatching people up for being assholes. You can do that all you want.
Dude,
But
I would have made so many more arrests.
dude, yes.
So many.
If that was like an enhancer on everything, asshole while jaywalking, whatever. I mean, it's now a felony. But this whole thing, this guy could have walked up, cleared this, told him to take, talked to him for a second and rolled out. This is too long. This is way too much.
It's like 4 officers.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about the waste of time that this is.
Yeah, way too much.
And they're gonna like high five after this, like,
oh
yeah,
hell yeah, dude!
Yeah, we got this awesome arrest, douchebags.
And I'll come back and I'll beat your dude. Hey, I'm gonna not. I'll go ahead.
Calm down.
Pussy.
Hey, calm down.
Knuckle up.
I'll tell you what works really well.
Telling
Get
someone to calm
somebody
down.
that's upset to calm down.
Y'all try it on your partners.
Tell me you're, hey, tell me you're not married without telling me.
It might be married, just it's not a happy one.
You're right. He gets beat.
It might be a second or two.
He gets beat for
You're
sure.
going to jail.
Yeah, take me to jail. Fuck.
You're going.
Okay.
We're not going to put that on. Not right now. All right.
Bite your finger off.
All right.
I'll leave it.
So, I'm gonna
Yeah, if you
tell
just roll up the
Brian to
window,
go
what's he gonna
ahead.
spit on?
Yeah. Okay. His pupils are. If I had to guess, he's.
Oh my
bipolar,
God, here we go.
Because he went from crying to like seriously pissed off.
Now you're a
like light switch.
drug
I was trying to be
expert.
nice at first, like he was walking away.
No, you weren't.
He'd be like, yes, sir.
He's definitely got some issues, and he's definitely on.
He's got a.
Obstruction?
I didn't catch.
Is that they're
this,
resisting?
so he didn't
That must be their
technically
resisting.
spit on anyone. That was even acknowledged.
Yeah.
Unless it happened after the fact.
Yeah.
But I don't buy obstructing only because it was never an articulate. I would be curious to see what
Maybe
that
that's
report looked like.
maybe that's just their resisting
Oh, please give me good
classification.
Maybe, I don't know.
We have seen that a lot of times before, so it might just
Yeah.
be.
This is gonna be my last one.
I'm trying to make it a good one. Hold on. Drunk woman battles.
I got to go to sleep.
After Uber. Oh, that's a 41-minute one. Hold on.
Oh Jesus.
13, 27, 28, 8 minutes. Title driver skips lane. Oh, that's a good one.
More of this, huh?
Yeah, free advice. just, and it's why the 7-step approach exists. Go up. Hello, I'm Officer Josh from OnlyCops. I've detained you for this offense. Anything and everything that happens after that, you can apply the law as you see fit. Give me your ID.
Yes.
No. Okay, cool. Go to jail.
Dude.
Stay where I'm telling you to stay. No? Okay, go to jail.
But listen,
You're
even if you
resisting
don't
yeah.
even if you don't have a detention, you could just walk up and be like, "Hey man, listen, I was on a traffic stop back there. I heard your bike. It looked like you were kind of struggling to get around. I'm just here to make sure everything's okay. Like people wanted me to come check on you.
Yeah.
Like be a fucking human being."
Yeah.
And it's not that hard to have a conversation with someone respectfully. And then if he wants to act like an asshole, if you have a detention, great. If you don't, deuces.
And even from like an officer safety standpoint, I legitimately was told multiple times by people that I took to jail on felonies that I eventually pulled Glocks and Dracos off of. You're a cool dude, and that's why I decided not to shoot at you.
Yes.
Being respectful, you'd be shocked at how far that will get you. You'd just be shocked. Even if they
because it's shocking how rare it is.
Dude, like, you do not know who you're dealing with. That could have been some flapjack Sons of Anarchy kid for all you know. Like, you've no idea who you're interacting with. Like, just as a baseline, try to be respectful because you for all you know, it's poofy jacket guy from, the Waffle House. He's going to blow me away and my 3 partners. You just do not know. Do not escalate stuff for no good reason. That is just stupid.
A traffic crash when they suddenly encountered a woman who felt she was above the law.
Oh boy, that didn't work out too well. What are you doing?
No, trying to clear the wreck.
What are you doing? No!
I tell you what, this lady was not taking shit. She said, what are you doing?
Is this?
Do not detain cars with your body.
Oh, okay. I was so confused. I thought this was a pedestrian stopping traffic. I didn't realize it's the sheriff's deputy on an accident.
Yeah, they're working an accident. This lady's cutting the line.
All right.
I'm guessing it's a one-way in either direction. Yeah.
All right.
I was about to get mad too. Don't worry. I read the title at least first.
Yeah.
Free advice: don't do this. But I guess if you roll a 20 on officer presence, it works. I guess.
I don't care. The answer's no.
Make her go back.
Okay. Can you give me your driver's license? Yes, it is. What? Do you not see this blue truck? Do you not see that blue truck? Put your car in park and give me your driver's license. Put your car in park and give me your driver's license.
Waiting at the freaking bus stop.
I don't care. We got blue lights and people's safety for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, she started to roll.
Okay.
Oh, she's going.
Yo, stop.
Not physically.
Britt, go.
There you go.
I love this chick. She goes, no. Go get her. I can work this accident. You go get her.
Yeah.
I am on board. This is bringing me back.
Go arrest her in front of her daughter.
Also, oh yes.
She'll love that.
But also, the social justice, like the social win.
Yes.
For all of the people who are abiding by traffic laws and saying, you know what? Someone's having a worse day than me. The worst thing I can do is just sit back and let the tow truck guys and these guys sort out what they got to sort out safely.
Yeah.
You know how good that's got to feel for them when they see, one, the lady stop her, and then two, watch, like, ooh, you want to talk about earning hearts and minds? Dog.
Yeah.
Get after it.
I'll be there.
It's like watching someone fly by you like an asshole, and then up the road they're pulled over.
They get pulled over, yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite.
So this would be fleeing in a vehicle because she effectively detained her, right?
Yep.
This is, you're going to jail. This is an easy.
Parked on the grass.
Sit down.
You can't park there.
My daughter was right here waiting for.
Where is she now?
So the other side to this is, are you not just going hands-on at this point?
See, yeah.
What's the difference between this and a pursuit?
She's on the phone too. I mean, that technically he was overtaking, yes, but
I'm just saying, like, she was detained.
That was
and then fled in the vehicle.
I bet you could articulate that into a pursuit if you really had to.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. I'm not saying high-risk takedown it because she's not.
No,
posing.
But I would have been on the radio, said, "Hey, I'm overtaking.
Yeah.
This car." Like,
there's no daughter.
Well,
surprise,
there isn't yet.
Yeah, there isn't yet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she has dissociative identity disorder.
Give me your driver's license, registration, and proof
Her
of
daughter's in her
insurance.
because they blocked it off and I was trying to get to Giselle and I got here. She's not freaking
It's
here.
related to that. Driver's license now.
I don't have it with me. It's at the house.
Don't get involved. Don't get involved. I get it, but don't get involved.
This is why you don't let people use the cell phone on traffic stops.
This is my husband.
I don't care.
I was trying
You
to
are
get to my
stopped for a
daughter.
lawful reason.
How was it? It wasn't
I'd be
even
so
blocked
pissed
off.
if this was
People
my
were
wife.
coming out of that street.
I
Take
would
her
have
to
just hung up.
jail. Take her to no, boop.
I would have, yeah. I'd be like, put me on speaker.
Take her to jail.
Take her to jail.
Yeah, why do you think we're doing that?
It was nothing.
It was a traffic crash. Okay?
There's nothing blocking the opposing lane of traffic that you're not supposed to be using.
Even if that was the case, yeah,
so
you can't
yes,
be, like,
yes,
verbally admitted to driving the wrong way on traffic.
Yeah. Yes.
I love America.
And the first deputy had a lawful detention that she drove away from.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is night and day difference from the last call.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not arguing
Good articulation. I don't like how much freedom they're giving her, only because she's already demonstrated that she's willing to flee.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, if it was me, she's already in handcuffs in the back of a patrol car.
So
cell phone,
that's what I was thinking
car,
when she opened the door and got out. I'd be like, "Cool, you're out. Now you're going to handcuffs."
That fast?
Because we're already there.
Yeah. That's just one less person you have to deal with. So sister shows up, and this chick's already detained. I don't have to worry about it. I lock the car, and I'm cool.
Yep.
I can go deal with sister.
Cell phone's out of her hand.
That's what
no one else is showing up.
That's what I mean. It's so much faster.
Car's kind of in a roadway, so I'm going to tow it.
100% towing it. Yeah.
You don't have to mail Eduardo. This is not the way you should.
He got there. He got there.
No.
She said, "You can take her."
Shout out to her. I like her.
That's incredible.
I like this chick. You guys are bringing me back. There's still good cops out there.
What state is this?
Florida, I believe.
Florida, yeah.
They're in shorts. They're also Florida.
It's Florida, yeah, for sure.
It's Florida Stream.
Didn't they say all the county uniforms in Florida are green, right?
I thought they had tan. Don't they?
Almost everyone we see is green unless it's mostly from the same agency.
It's probably the same agency.
Volusia.
Gloves.
It's a lot of them.
Gloves.
I love that she just got arrested in front of her daughter.
Learning.
Called it.
Don't be like mom.
Yeah, don't be an idiot.
Per Florida statute, when we stop you, you have to give us certain documents, and she's refusing. So, unfortunately,
Just fled a traffic stop. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
It's not. It's a non-starter. You'd be going to jail pretty much anywhere.
Yep.
If you fled and they caught up to you.
for her, that's
Eluding in a
violation,
vehicle
and that's
or
a jail
fleeing in a
sentence.
vehicle or whatever. You want to say.
I don't know. So she probably should have listened to us a mile up the street.
Also hilarious that the sister's here and picking up the daughter. So like,
she could have just done that.
Exactly. She probably already was
100%
doing it.
I wonder if the daughter was with the sister and that's why she wasn't there whenever.
Yeah.
Mom showed up.
I bet.
But she couldn't wait the 5 seconds it was going to take us to open up.
That was
the
also
road
very good
and
handcuffing.
come down
Shout out to
here.
him.
And she came that far from hitting him.
He did it well. He like click,
So now it's a
click.
aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, which is a felony. So you can go.
What? Whoa! Where was the assault?
So she's saying that
when he
as she
came
was
this
fleeing,
close to
she
hitting him.
came close to hitting other officers. So like, it's less of a stretch than resisting, but that's a pretty flexible charge. Like that.
But also, that's technically because she told the other officer to stop that car, so he walked in front of it.
Agreed.
So it's kind of an
Yeah, I
That's
have
gonna
an
be my
issue with that.
That's gonna be my issue. Is like you're in the roadway as a officer, right? As opposed to like now, because how do you prove intent, right? Well, how do you, I'm trying to leave. It's the difference.
How do you
between-
prove she was using the motor vehicle in a deadly force manner?
Yep. You'd have to see now if he's in the sidewalk and she leaves the roadway.
Veers? Yeah, I'm
very different. Very
Ooh.
different. I don't.
But I'm
care
not
if
here
she's-
for just throwing felonies on people.
Yeah, can't do that. But
Do you know who owns this car? Okay, can you call them and have them come pick it up?
that's cool with me. I'd have told her.
Yeah, it's her sister.
No question.
No. Are you going to walk back?
I only saw bits and pieces of it, so what? Obviously, we've got driving around the barricade.
Driving around the barricade, and then she drove off almost. But I had to step back before, so she wouldn't run me over. Okay.
Come on, lady.
Yeah. And then what? Refusing to give information.
Oh, she wouldn't stop until I got.
You had me in the
Doesn't
beginning.
give you the right to almost.
Now I'm out.
Let me road down. Okay. And the opposite doesn't. So that's the opposite traffic crash. Two people that were already
At least she's taking the time to explain it to sister. To be fair, but I'm not
involved in
here
the
for the
traffic
felony.
crash. Excuse. Everybody on that road really were allowed that reason to. That's the whole story.
The suspect was charged with resisting and cited for disobeying a police officer.
There you go. I buy that. So resisting was fleeing in the vehicle.
That's fine.
And
Perfect.
then I'm surprised they didn't throw on like the movement, so like driving along lane of traffic, or that you're passing safety vehicles. Like that, there's going to be a whole thing where like you're able to dictate where you can drive and whatnot. So, but this, I'm sure it's a Florida statute thing versus a Texas statute thing. It's probably the only charges that fit. But yeah, Good job.
She ended
Good
up
policing.
pleading no contest and was sentenced to 6 months of probation.
That's right.
Consider subscribing to Crime.
Lady. They should have towed her car.
Yeah.
Bill, we love you. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes, have fun.
Yes, we'll finish this up for you guys. I'll give you guys at least another 30 or 45 minutes, and then I'll do some after party action with you guys.
Yeah, you got to tell them the stalker.
The stalker story. There's another one I don't remember. Oh, both stalker stories. Technically, I have two. I have two good ones.
True.
One
Yeah.
Bill was there for. The other one Bill heard about and was both proud and disappointed in me at the same time.
proud of you for doing it. Disappointed I didn't get to be your back on it. That was about it.
It's a good time. Bill,
But
thank you. I'll adjust.
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to adjust OBS once you leave.
We love you, Bill.
Love you all.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's not true. Most of you.
Jesus, that's not true, most of y'all. I love you all. I'm indifferent to whom I love equally.
Whom?
Whom I'm adjusting. And
Oh, that's right, because our camera goes.
we're adjusted. There it is. Look at that.
Wee woo.
Shout out to, I don't want to put it out there, but shout out to Stable Stream so far.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the setting I told you to change. I think I'm also down, like, I don't think I'm at full 1080p. That might also be why you can see.
Because I notice it's giving me, because I get the little back end warning, and it's telling me that your current bitrate is lower than the recommended, but it seems to be working fine.
So I think it's because I lowered like the required to get the exact same. Like OBS isn't sending it partial packets because I'm not asking it to send as much data.
Yeah, it's like we're at 720p right now, I think.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Stable Stream, albeit early. Probably
I like
2015.
unstable 4K.
Yeah, unstable 4K.
I'm like that dude in the last video. Unstable in 4K.
Anyways, we'll see. Keith, was Uber is around when you were still a cop? I'm the power cop for once. Y'all need to chill.
Yeah, I mean it was
early.
like I said, I've only been out again 9 years, so yeah, 2015 they were around. They weren't prevalent like they are now, but
I was gonna say there was less Uber drivers because I remember when I first. So we hit the street in about 2018, and we didn't have like an assigned parking lot for it at Cowboys games, but it was very easy. You at that point also had Lyft. That would pretty much every major city you had both. There was even like random offshoot ride shares that would do this. But by like 2019, 2020, we had parking lots dedicated for that at major events because that's how prevalent it was as a service. So that was oftentimes in a city where you have sporting events, concerts, bars, strip clubs, all that kind of stuff. Uber disputes are uber annoying. But they do happen.
Atlanta police officers began the new year with a rather chaotic call on January.
Also, New Year's is like the worst for. I would take a full moon where somebody said in briefing it's going to be a quiet night over a New Year's shift. It's the worst shift, at least in my experience. Fucking New Year's. Everybody's off and doing stupid stuff.
1st, 2022. An Uber driver reported a highly intoxicated female passenger who had thrown up inside the car and was behaving erratically. The driver, forced to pull over at a Shell gas station in Atlanta, Georgia, contacted the authorities for assistance. Upon arrival, the officer encountered the woman, barely able to stand due to her inebriated state.
I'm trying to defuse the situation, but that's I just work here, and
Oh damn.
that's the Uber driver.
Okay.
He's the one that called you. Somebody else called me.
Bro's getting assaulted.
What? This is a weird one. This is. You would if this was a domestic, I would be less surprised, right? Or like maybe like a college party, but like typically this is not how Uber calls went. Call an ambulance.
35 floor for you. Chill out right now.
Chill, little lady.
512. I'm at 40.
Oh, you know what sucks about this? She might be on the GHB, dog. That's why.
90 Whitehall.
GHB?
Female is very intoxicated. Probably need to start a 4.
GHB is a drug that's typically dropped into people's drinks before they get
Oh,
kidnapped.
like a roofie.
Yeah, Rufalin.
Why?
I don't know if this is just alcohol, dude. Especially so like young people, and by young people I mean like under the age of 21, maybe 22. I've seen alcohol be that bad before. Like they get like they are like, ooh, what shots? It's not a big deal. And like 18 shots later, they're like completely out of their mind. But typically, only being like there has to be some sort of drug involved because alcohol messes you up, but like it shouldn't. You're still able to interact with people. If that makes any sense.
You just can't remember any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when she's not able to make like
What's your name? What's your name?
Words.
You want to have a sit down?
Yeah.
Yes. Stop. That's fine.
Yeah. Definitely some White Claw.
How much you have?
She keeps saying, "Why won't he choose me?" Maybe it's depression plus alcohol from a breakup.
That is a
would
powerful
explain
thing.
The talking like that, because that's cry talking while drunk.
Fentanyl wouldn't do that to you. Fentanyl would just kill you at that point.
No,
Unless you were like perfectly dosed. You know what I mean? And again, the difference in
Yeah.
between perfectly dosed and fatal is like so incrementally small. Especially if she's done that on top of alcohol. Like I've seen a lot.
Wouldn't it just basically knock you out? I mean,
Because the problem is, so it's the two downers, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. You see this a lot with like people that do weed and alcohol, that they'll mix it, and they won't just smoke weed. They're like taking THC, and like that's especially like you're taking pot brownies. You're like, oh, I ain't feeling nothing. Have like 3, then have alcohol, and like you're not having like a beer. You're taking like shots. Like you're gonna be messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. That wasn't a suggestion. That was just a warning.
If you really want to party,
yeah, don't do that, please.
So, Josh, what other combinations of drugs and alcohol should we
avoid?
Not try.
Yes, stop. No.
And how would they make us feel that we shouldn't want?
Terrible. They make you feel terrible.
Sure, the next day, but like during.
During. You won't remember. You won't know.
You won't know.
I tell you what, though, I made the mistake of a Red Bull and a cigar at the same time. I did that once, and that is never doing that again. It was weird. It all hit me.
I just can't do energy drinks in general, dude.
It was a
See, I'm a cop, right?
Why won't he choose me?
Who's he?
Carlton Reed.
Was he like a date or something, or a boyfriend?
I'm looking him up.
Oh, he was mean to you?
Why won't he choose me?
I don't know. It's like that sometimes.
Why? But again,
You can't make people like you.
Yeah, this is crying drunk. That's why she sounds like that.
Screw him. Find something that's someone better for you.
Y'all need to chill.
Where's your house?
Where's Sweet?
I don't know.
Where was
Carlton Reed.
It's on the left side.
Right.
Bro, these dudes want nothing to do with this. They're like, look, dog, I just want y'all to know we found her like this.
So you were the driver?
Yes, sir.
So where was
Bro's been filming the whole thing. He's like, I need evidence.
I would highly advise.
Mm-hmm.
Highly advise. Only because you're one accusation away from that being a bad day for you.
For like 30
Bad year.
You said it was Alexa, right?
A bad year. No, you're not wrong. Yeah.
You know what?
Alexis?
You know what?
I'm gonna have someone check it.
Dang, she looks like she got tagged here too.
Mm.
Man, like that's a pretty bad. Just because I don't see it on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
she might have hit something or somebody hit her.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, you need to sit
You know
down.
what? I was supposed to tell this
It'd be hard to know with how much she's like falling down. And,
Okay, chill
where
out.
the fuck
Doing
I was
anything?
supposed to be.
Wanna check?
Well, maybe she
Just call fire. Call fire. Let them deal with her.
Fire.
Yeah. Get them over there.
Dylan B says, roll EMS now.
He goes, you need to chill out and do what the officer
Bro.
said. So
This poor gas station employee.
I would at least put her in the back of the car. I'm probably not handcuffing her at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I know she's not. I have PI very easily if I needed it, but like, you're not gonna get an NED out of this just because she's super, unless she says something weird.
Mm-hmm.
But like, the only other thing you might be investigating is where she came from and seeing if she wasn't potentially drugged, because then you have a bigger investigation on your hands, right? So like, the line of questioning really should be, where did you come from? What did you drink? One, because you can now build your PC for PI if you really needed to go that route, or we find out if she's maybe a victim, right? It's like that's my only issue, is I don't see any of that line of questioning here given the circumstances. Shout out to the Uber driver / gas station employee for being very cool about the whole thing, but again, you're like, this is a heavily inebriated woman in the middle of a gas station. Like, put your thinking cap on as a police officer and think about the amount of, you don't know anything outside of showing up and this is what happened. For all you know, and I'm not saying this is the case, but there have been circumstances where the suspect's like, I don't want to deal with this person anymore, but I don't want this coming back on me. I don't think this is the case in this set of circumstances because they're obviously recording and whatnot, but the Uber driver's like, dog, this chick is way too messed up, right? What are you thinking about this?
Did she have a phone on her? Yes, she got a
phone ID.
Can't leave her out here like.
Also, maybe not let her
Yeah.
that close to the
I
car.
was gonna say, like, I'm not feeling great about like just her being able to get back in the car.
Yeah. Remember,
'Cause-
kids, you could protect them from themselves. Sometimes.
Tyrant. You tyrant. How dare you? How
you
can
got a
you say that?
tyrant it.
As a retired Leo.
Protect them from themselves.
Like this.
I'm ashamed of you. Don't get
You have the keys on you, right?
Did she just hit the back of her head? Bro, I think, don't let her close the door. She's gonna throw up everywhere in there.
I know. Yeah.
I hope the keys out.
Radio. I'm trying to get her somewhere safe if she wanders in traffic. This isn't your car. I need to have a seat in my car. So do me a favor. Come on. No. Oh, we'll get your stuff. I'll have you sit down right here. I'll get all your stuff, okay? Right here. Right here.
I have to sit down?
Yeah, no, you sit in my car. You're not under arrest or anything, okay?
He got it.
There you go. Lay down.
Need air or anything?
Taking the one out.
You're not, like I said, I just need you to sit right there.
I know I was just...
Okay.
You got her.
What's her stuff?
Shut the door. Shut the door. Roll the window down. Shut the door.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. What's her stuff?
So my only
Close the
beef,
door.
with pushing her in there is like, unless you're going the PI route, right? Like, what are we doing? Because
Would that be a use of force?
That's what I'm getting at. Is like, anything past like escorting her is going to be considered like open hand techniques, right? Where you're now leveraging physical force on somebody. Anyways.
Close the door. She can't get back out.
Because, like, if you shut the door, I know it doesn't open, and technically she's detained at that point, but at least it's a more legally gray area than forcing her in there. You know what I mean? Like,
I can get her stuff. Yeah, I need you to sit down.
See, this
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
also, in her state, right? And this is just a little thing about empathy and understanding. Again, the same way you don't go to some random person on a motorcycle and just start cussing them out. Because that might escalate things, right? In this instance, with as inebriated as she is, she might not know what's going on. She could easily forget where she is. Why is there somebody pushing me in a car? And if her fight or flight kicks in because she believes she's being kidnapped, think about the situation you're in, right? Like, let's put our thinking caps on.
Sit down. Hey.
Give me the...
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
For all you know, it's the second time. You don't know. Put our investigator.
Hey, I'm gonna get your stuff, okay? You're not in trouble. You just need to relax.
I would want to check it.
Tell me, they don't know who the fuck is going.
I think he's got a second. I thought I saw 2 units there.
Is Atlanta?
Yes.
I would be nervous about the potential other circumstances in Atlanta.
What is that, like
Just like
food?
that.
What did she throw?
Oh.
Yeah, she threw up all up in there.
Warning, I guess viewer discretion be advised. She went in blue chunks everywhere.
But she's too drunk. She's gonna get herself like killed or robbed or something.
However, the situation quickly escalated. The woman removed her shirt and began yelling uncontrollably.
It's unlocked. It's unlocked.
Don't open the car.
I promise.
Get in. Set up.
Didn't you crack the door for this?
Just go. Let me just put this
We have windows, dog, with bars on them. Why are we opening the door?
on.
So look.
I feel like throwing my
And he
car
literally cracked the
upside-
window,
I like-
I assumed, so you could talk to her through it, and then just goes and opens the door anyway.
Yeah. Gloves, for sure.
Body slam her upside down. Yeah, we don't need that. Is she naked or just
There he is.
No,
Look at this guy.
she just had her.
He's smart.
He gets it. He gets a sin for the Apple Watch. Apple Watches and Patrol do not mix. Don't be doing that.
Put your shirt on.
Swear to God, I swear.
Put your clothes on. I wanna go.
Please help me.
Is she not going to PO?
The charge?
She was throwing stuff. Let me see.
What was taking so long?
Hello.
Yes.
I guess if he wanted to press charges for criminal mischief, he could. Like the Uber driver, because he's going to now have to pay to clean up this car.
Mm-hmm.
Technically. I bet it's a Texas thing. It's not a... I don't know what the charge would be in Atlanta. Or Georgia, should I say.
Let me get it.
Your phone?
Yes.
Where is it?
Because it's a substantial inconvenience.
Can you pull, show it up? Because I want a shirt on.
After her intoxication, the officer had to assist her in putting her shirt back on.
I don't.
Hey, she threw up this more of a, I don't know, wouldn't that just be more of him sending her a cleaning bill and a civil as opposed to criminal? I mean, it's not like she
So it's civil.
meant to throw up.
It's civil in nature, but like you can still charge for the criminal mischief because like you got intoxicated, threw up in that person's car, and you're using that as leverage to like make sure that a judge. I'm with you on it. It should be more civil, but like technically it's within the statute that because her actions are causing like harm in some way financially to that person, that it can be settled that way. The problem is if you get the conviction, I don't know what that does in the civil side of things. Like if the conviction's there and she serves time for it, right? Has she already paid her penance for it? Now you can't go after her civilly, or does now, because this criminal charge stick, do they have now ammunition for the civil side of things, right? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe intent has to be there, and maybe you can't prove intent with vomit, but
No.
there is. I have charged before. They kicked out a glass, but they were drunk, and I was able to figure it out. But
I was about to try to take you. I'm helping you right now, but you.
I'll start. He has me. I'll start. Broken. Please just make for me else. He doesn't give a f about anybody else. He just gives us.
Search yielded no results.
We can't find her phone. She was out here for a minute wrestling around, throwing shit, so her phone probably got stolen. Well, she was standing here, and like some random ass guy was over here, like.
Did you ever see her?
When I came up, she did not have the phone.
So that's all that matters.
If she didn't cease her disruptive behavior, she would face arrest.
is she not going now? Like, do we not have PI? Like, what are we gonna do? Let her go?
I think they're probably just gonna drive her home.
What? I don't know, Doug. If I'm transporting somebody because they're drunk, it's PI. Like, homie, don't play that. Just don't get drunk in public. It's that easy.
time. I'm sure.
Everybody yell, day, day, Alton Reed.
That's it.
Why are we up?
What?
I don't know why.
Unless she keep getting her shirt off.
I don't know why they're even like opening the door at this point. She's in handcuffs.
Jay's out of jail. Jay's out of jail. Jay's out of reach.
What are we doing?
Jay's out of reach. Jay's out
She's
of
kicking.
reach. Jay's out of reach.
Yeah, but I mean,
Jay's out of jail. Jay's out of jail.
I really think she's gotta be anti.
It's time to call a priest for an exorcism.
How is this?
And she's out again.
How? She's like the Houdini of suspects here. Why are we still on scene?
Gotta find that phone.
Yeah, but like, this is taking too long, dog.
Oh, City. For one thing, she threw food at the man's car. Definitely.
I'll take the body. Let me call. I'm gonna call the body.
Public intoxication. It's not
Go
complicated.
transport it down there. I'll follow you, and then I'll take care of it. Grady when we get there. That stuff.
That's her person ID.
Yeah, just you gotta go to the car.
What are we doing?
However, upon further observation and her repeated screams of "I'm not from Atlanta, I'm from West Virginia," the officer decided to take her to Grady Memorial Hospital for evaluation.
There you go.
Thank you for coming to this determination. Thank you for investigating. Clue number 15 that potentially this person's being trafficked. Thank you.
Unfortunately, the chaos continued at the hospital.
She's inebriated and thinks she's getting kidnapped, dog. Like, I don't. Anyways,
behavior remains.
You shouldn't be painting this potential victim of human trafficking as a suspect resisting charges. Like, this is a highly drugged individual that has likely been fighting for her life for potentially weeks now.
Erratic and
she's in custody, so there's going to be a way of handling this.
No.
Why don't they just put her to a stretcher? I'm surprised they just have EMS transporter at that point. They're going to take her to the hospital.
I mean, we've been asking where the hell's EMS?
Just handcuff her to the stretcher.
30 minutes.
We gotta. They're not gonna take her to jail unless we get her checked out. Okay. By doctors. We just need to get her checked out.
West Virginia. What's the story about y'all?
She's just highly.
Nobody wants to do it.
Intoxicated, so the jail won't take her.
Guarantee you there's drugs in her system.
West.
The ones you wouldn't take yourself, kind.
West Virginia.
Rough. By the way, your day could have been.
You sound like you got Stacey Elizabeth, West Virginia. But you know what? She's all West Virginia. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm for that. Because he's drums are only myself.
What makes me sad too is she also has a lot of behavior that's very indicative of like kids that don't, like teenagers that basically run away from home because they have a bad home life and they experience all that kind of stuff. So they never really interact with like normal parts of society or the typical ones that run away. That is your like highest likelihood of being trafficked is teenage runaways. You see a young individual that's states away from where their ID says they're supposed to be at, and they're really drunk, and they're around a bunch of people they don't know. Let's put on the thinking cap, yeah?
Only thing I know.
Besides alcohol? Do you ever have withdrawals when you stop drinking?
Anxiety.
I don't know why they won't, but that's what they
It
tell
doesn't
us.
want to take Savannah from me.
Show me blood work.
Please. I don't live.
Draw blood.
Why? But listen,
There you go.
because I'm not supposed to be here. But listen, let me tell you something.
Also, and mind you, some people just have bags under their eyes. However, really long-term sleep deprivation, either done from methamphetamines or just a fucked up lifestyle like this, will cause back under your eyes. How do you know? your boy. Long-term sleep deprivation. We'll do that too.
But listen. God told me to yourself out. Not.
Are you listening to what I'm saying though? No.
What's up here?
It's a long call. Blood work? No blood work?
Scar right here. Influence, obstruction, and She was charged with disorderly while under influence,
If we hadn't skipped over the
obstruction, and
doctors asking our
transported to
questions,
Fulton
we'd
County.
know some more.
We didn't do. It's. I need to let it go. It's fine. It's what. It's not fine, but like. This is why I left policing. I don't know how you at least don't ask the question. Like, let's check that off the box to make sure I don't have a victim here. I feel the same way about some dude. If I had a random 18-year-old kid that was in a state he wasn't supposed to be in and was hammered out of his mind and was like, I'm not from here. You know? I had one shot of whiskey and now I'm on the floor and I don't remember where I'm from. And I'm from Alaska. You're like, dog, it's Mississippi. What do you mean you're from Alaska? At least no. Because you might have, legitimately, that's what upsets me about this, is because this stuff doesn't get investigated, it continues to happen. There are bars where you can like pay to be like, hey, I want you to slip this in this person's drink. And they feel cool about doing it because they feel like they're absolved of any response. Oh, nothing's going to happen to me. I'm going to get a good tip and you're going to call it a day. And I hate it because like young people don't understand how high risk that behavior actually is until it, and again, tons of young people will go out and party and have a good time, and worst that's going to happen to you is you get a little hungover the next day. And I'm glad for that because they get to go do whatever they want. God bless America. But like, there are people that's not the end result. Just, I don't know. As a police officer, you're going to encounter this stuff at least fully vetted. On the flip side, let's say this is just a hammered girl that's being an idiot. And let's say the reason why she's saying she's from Atlanta or not from Atlanta is because she's a college student in this area. I'm sure Atlanta has a college.
Mm-hmm.
The PI should have been like a 10-minute investigation and you're out. If that. Chick's hammered, got nowhere to go, throwing up all over the place, clearly can't stand up. I'm not going to let her go. That makes her in. So now she's in the care of custody here. Going to issue her the ticket, let her sit on it and be done. That shit pisses me off. Y'all are stressing me out today. I'm going to kick around since we're getting later in the evening. For a dentist appointment, what? Hold the phone.
By 2023, a deputy on patrol heard over the radio that a Wisconsin state trooper was actively in a vehicle pursuit in Dunn County, Wisconsin. The trooper had tried to pull over a speeding vehicle on the interstate, but the driver fled. While positioned at a crossover, the deputy observed the suspect vehicle passing by.
The suspect was not driving a G-Wagon, or I'll be impressed.
Activating his emergency lights, the suspect quickly accelerated, eventually reaching speeds of 134 miles per hour. Deputies later identified the driver as a 21-year-old male named Ira, who they soon learned was embarking on a significant road trip at the time.
Oh, he's in a G-Wagon. What?
30% interest on that thing.
30% interest would be a good deal. For a kid in the military at 21 years old.
Just past the 44. Not up to the 41.
Most places probably let you chase this just to
Speed's 131. I still got eyes on my vehicle. Traffic is light. Fog is clear for the most part.
You get some lights on in front of them, they slow them down a bit.
We're slowing down here.
As the pursuit continued, Another deputy ahead attempted a moving roadblock in front of Ira. However, he veered onto the shoulder, narrowly avoiding a collision by mere inches.
Try boxing him. Nope.
1040, they already told me just passed me. It is a black, I believe, Mercedes. It's got North Dakota plates. What's your location? 28.
Just went under the E bridge.
That fog's a little more than
We are currently in number one lane. The number one lane just past UB48. Fog is about a quarter mile. Visibility. Traffic's light. Current speed's 116. Affirmative.
It's great traffic for pursuit. Mind you, this is as easy as pursuits get. It's like straight line and just kind of chilling, but good radio.
Tire. Set up for a felony stop.
You run out of gas?
Great. I think he either ran out of gas or had a bad tire or whatever. But this is excellent positioning by both officers. Good job on them. One, they're blocking off a lane of traffic so they have a place to work. But two, like, they're both kind of staggered on them. This is how they teach high felony or felony takedowns of a vehicle. At least not in northern states. Apparently, according to angry cops, they don't do this.
They just let them go.
Driver, turn off your vehicle. This is the sheriff's department. You are under arrest.
Ooh, shout out rifle.
Yep. You're gonna point a gun. Point the best gun you got.
I think they both had rifles. They do.
Not a fan of being with the traffic to your back, but he's got bigger testes than I do, I guess.
Walk back slowly to the sound of my voice. Keep those hands up. I got cover. Keep walking backwards.
Swing it, deputy. He has coupled mags.
Keep walking. Get over on his side if he doesn't have somebody. We'll call him back. Yeah, let's bring him between the cars. Keep walking.
I also really like.
Keep walking backwards.
I like only one person giving instructions. That always makes me happy.
Go down to your knees. Put your hands behind your head.
Also, notice how not amped they are. Everything's very calm. Being like they're being forceful, but they're not like shaking, and you don't hear like you'll hear like when people yell when they're really amped, like your voice almost like cracks. Very calm. These guys, this is not their first time.
Well, it makes what you're saying a lot more easy to understand, clear, concise. Makes the instructions way easier to follow, and there's no on the back end of like, well, I had no idea what you.
Keith will be proud of these deputies.
Do not move.
I am proud.
I guess they're not a couple of
Who else is in the vehicle?
Look at them, also clear in the vehicle. Bro, I'm so proud. This is a good day.
Just you?
Allegedly.
This is the fog unit. They're elite.
My people have taken hits on the stream. This is good.
This is better.
Yeah.
No, not the moment.
Redeeming.
Pull him out of there. Bring him to the back of the.
They're challenging the vehicle.
Yeah, let's go slow.
They challenge the vehicle. This is exactly how the book teaches it. So bluffing the vehicle is, even if they say nobody's in there, you'll still give announcements to the vehicle to give them an opportunity to give themselves up. And then you approach it as if someone's is actually still hiding. Reason this is a thing is because surprise people have come out of vehicles before, and they could be armed and could want to do you harm.
Wide. Okay.
Good time. Great job.
I got you. Your patch.
Shout out to what behind.
Yeah, they got it blocked.
Oh, they blocked all the traffic.
Nice.
It's illegal exhaust.
And that one lady.
Let's get the
just
front
won't
first,
do anyway.
and then we'll pop that side door. All right, front seats are clear. You get cover, I'll open door.
Good job.
I got it.
Okay. I can't see the trunk area.
Watch your crossfire.
Yep. While searching the vehicle, the deputy observed multiple ski masks, high-end clothing, and several $1,000 and $100 bills.
A shiesty?
We got a bunch
Standard
of
military stuff.
high-end clothing and then ski
Pawning
mask
all
right
of his
there.
gear.
Right there on the door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's get a tow started for it. A couple of ski masks and a bunch of high-end clothing.
All the tire? Did we get a spike on this?
No, he just popped it.
Mm-hmm. 3 of them?
Oh. Are 3 popped?
Yeah.
Did he pop 3 tires? Wow.
Seems to be.
I wonder if this is like one of those, you know, those used car lots where it's like those shady we finance kind of places.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it was one of those.
This was probably a stolen G-Wagon that he got for cheap.
Yeah, we could probably open the eye up. Pull them
They
out
sold
of
him
the
a
car.
And if
lemon.
they did like a really bad job of plugging like holes in the tire from being popped, like once you go to 130 on a G-Wagon, they will pop.
Search him again. Ask him some questions. I know. I saw you sitting there with your back open.
I couldn't tell like who was who.
Yeah. Okay. I just saw it looked like in there.
The driver's side left.
Yeah. Alrighty, sir. Do you have any idea or anything like that?
Yeah.
Look at how respectful these guys are being. Bro, these guys are kind of crushing. Like, this is just Tuesday for them. They're like, okay, dog, like, you ran. What's the deal, dog?
Yeah, in my the driver's side left, my wallet's there.
Your wallet's in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we begin, I gotta advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
It was discovered that Iro was traveling from Bismarck, North Dakota, and was an active duty Marine stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
Was.
29-hour
drive.
He's trying to make it a 27-hour
You
drive.
understand these rights?
Yeah.
Are you willing to answer questions?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you coming from?
Bismarck.
Bismarck? Why'd you run?
I don't know if you guys saw it in my wallet or not, or you see my body bag back there in the trunk. I'm a Marine, active duty. I was trying to get back to Camp Lejeune.
Okay.
I'm coming home or coming back off of leave. And I was just trying to get there. I have an appointment on Monday to get my wisdom teeth taken out, and I was just trying to get back as soon as possible.
And you thought running from the cops was going to get you back there sooner? No.
No.
Okay. So then, man.
They don't teach case law or Constitution stuff in the Marine Corps. Poor guy. Also, like if an MP is questioning you, like none of those rights apply. So he's probably just like, well, you don't not talk to the MPs, so he probably just fucking say what I gotta say. God bless him, man.
It'd be an active duty and all. But that's kind of a piss poor decision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Had anything to drink tonight at all?
No.
Nothing?
I'm sober.
Okay. Smoke any weed or anything like that?
Nothing.
Nothing at all? Okay. What's up with all like the high-end clothing and stuff like that in the back of the car?
Oh, the suits?
They're suits, like shoes,
some
Jordans or
I'm a
something.
sneaker collector.
Oh, yeah?
And then the suits, sometimes I play dress up.
Okay. What's the deal with the ski masks that are back there too?
The ski masks are for pictures.
For pictures?
Yeah, I have a bunch of prop money back home.
Okay.
And me and my boys just take pictures like that.
Who's your commanding officer?
Right now I'm not sure because I'm fapped out, so it's like a temporary
like IR
job away from my job.
Okay.
So I'm not really sure if I go through there.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, where'd you say your ID was?
In the I have a knife in the.
You guys want to switch?
And then made up a story of how he's in a process of getting a different job.
Joe was in the Army for a long time. Well, you were too, I guess. Does the ID look legit?
He drank the camp water and legit.
A name tag on it.
Shannon, you've got to calm down. She said,
I was in the Army.
So
It looks pretty legit. It looks like mine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Looks legit.
Yeah, I'd say so.
If not, I bet you.
The bicycle on the back was.
That's Supreme wallet.
Because he was.
$800 just the wallet alone, probably.
Gen Z's the worst, dog.
He's like, well, no. I asked him if there's anything in here that we need to be concerned about, and he said the only thing was a knife in their center console.
Me, just Just that.
The trooper decided to show up.
And goes out with him. Okay. But we're gonna swap you out of cuffs.
You didn't have anything else to do.
No tickets, sir. It's too late. Yes,
Let them respond to crimes.
Trooper's gonna get his. Thank you.
Took a preliminary breath test of marijuana emanating from his vehicle. Deputies initially suspected impairment, but later found no signs of it. Furthermore, he voluntarily took a preliminary breath test at the jail, which showed a reading of 0. So in other words, Ira's decision that night could only be described as a shining example of remarkable unintelligence.
Did they test for crayons?
Ira was charged with felony counts of vehicle fleeing, eluding an officer, ×2.
Here, the red ones can do this.
Recklessly endangering safety. He also received over $1,400 in traffic citations. 2 days later, he was released on a $10,000 cash bond. Head over to Code.
He had it in cash, probably.
Probably.
Sold a set of sneakers.
All that OF money, dog.
Mm-hmm.
A plot to murder your husband. Don't do that.
Hell yeah.
Conspiracy for murder is still a crime, even if you don't go through with it.
Free advice. Don't murder your husband.
Don't do that.
Chilling voicemail of a woman who threatens to end her husband's life.
You know what, Dave? You are gonna die a painful death.
As the clock is ticking, several police officers.
I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to think, like...
She seems nice.
Is that really enough?
Yeah.
I think I can fix her.
I'd stop. You need to chill.
It'd be enough. It'd be enough to maybe initiate an investigation.
But I don't know. It's enough to charge like that. By
Not enough to. No, not enough. But you would have to.
At least look into it. Like, see if
again,
she actually,
yeah.
Like made plans or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what? That would probably give you enough for like a warrant for like her phone, and like maybe like email records or something like that to see like if she's looking up ways to try to murder. Because then you have like a case, right? But if you do all those, like you try to like get a warrant for that stuff and nothing comes out of it, then like what are you gonna do?
Well, see,
she was gonna kill him. She just said he was going to die.
Yes, which is that's about as honest a statement as everybody is gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna die, and she giggles about it.
That statement alone, technically, that falls within some First Amendment rights, right? It's just the problem is like if you're actually planning, like if you're going on the dark web looking for hitmen or something weird like that, that'd be different. But
Yeah, but just for you boys and girls out there, using a cell phone or any type of device that is regulated by the FCC can generate federal charges for these types of things. So be cautious.
Be cautious. Watch yourself.
Yes.
And hear the unsettling backstory to this situation firsthand from the husband, including the entire voicemail, and see a second unseen case of a woman violating her restraining order as
No, please.
Soccer stream.
Please don't. No, no,
Please don't counter, bro.
No, please don't. No.
You have two options.
No, please, no, please don't. No.
You're under arrest.
No,
Stand up.
my ex-husband called you guys. Please don't.
I'm gonna be honest. I get trying not to hurt the lady, but like, what are we doing here? This should be over like in seconds. This is a conspiracy to murder warrant.
But listen, Josh. Listen. If we don't wait, we can't charge her with resistance.
That's right.
You know what?
If we just put her in cuffs,
Juan's figured out the meta.
There's no resisting.
You're right.
My stuff off.
See, now that's resisting 100%.
Please don't.
Look at that.
What are we doing?
Please don't. My daughter and my don't.
He's at.
She got to 20 please don'ts. Oh,
a few hours before this, body cam footage shows how this all started. The suspect's ex-husband, Dave, comes to the police station with some shocking news.
Just coming in to tell you.
Dave, can you keep your hands out of your pockets for me while you're here?
There you go, Dave. Let's see him.
Also, who's Dave's girlfriend here?
That might just be a different lady.
Okay. From my ex-wife. She's going to kill me.
Okay. Was that over text? Voicemail. Okay. From her phone number. Okay.
So there's an interesting. I've worked a lot of these calls. So at least in Texas, there is an immediacy need for threats, right? So let's say Keith lives in Alaska, right? And I live in Massachusetts. And I'm like, Keith, I'm going to go over to your door right now and go kill you. That statement alone, though alarming and though will require some level of investigation, you're not allowed to say, well, he's somewhere else. Is he there? Can I verify he's there? I could easily call the local municipality in that area, do a welfare check, and verify that he's indeed still in Massachusetts. So, there's no immediacy to it. Would you like to do a restraining order? Here's the civil process for it. Easy. Done. Now, I'm his neighbor. That's a little different because now there's some immediacy to that threat. Even though, yes, the First Amendment will cover you, at least in America, under certain circumstances. If there's a legitimate, if your statements can reasonably cause fear, you absolutely go to jail for that all day long. And though there are First Amendment rights, there are some limits once they start to give reasonable fear. Same thing with stalking, right? I can be in front of your house on a sidewalk unless I'm stalking you. It's kind of there are certain restrictions that do get placed on there. And it's different from state to state, but at least in Texas, you got to be
court date coming up February 10th for all kinds of different.
Criminal?
It's mostly, I believe, vehicle DUIs, but it's bail jumping. And
is she is it more ambiguous, or is it?
He married this woman. Remember that.
That's
I'm not saying it's his fault. People do change over time. However,
he also might be a terrible person for all we know.
But I was going to say, this is always a mixed bag. You're only hearing part of it. However, regardless of how bad those people are, that does not excuse criminal acts.
Direct, I'm going to take a gun and shoot you and kill you.
Well, you can listen to it.
There's a pretty slick patch wall.
Oh, that is kind of cool. I didn't see that.
In
You
Wisconsin,
need to send him an OnlyCops patch.
There's a statute for unlawful use of a telephone.
Frighten, intimidate, threaten, or abuse or harass. Make a telephone call threatens to inflict bodily injury. That's pretty clear on that on 1A.
Yeah, but did she threaten to inflict injury or physical harm, or just say that
something was going to happen?
Something was going to happen.
It matters, dude. I can't tell you how many times I had to bust out a penal code book and read sub 1A. I got to 18E or something like that, and I'm like, it kind of fits, I guess. This is really where I do believe at least some college should be required to be a law enforcement officer, because this gets very murky as to whether or not you can get involved or not. I probably worked calls pertaining to harassment, stalking, or threats of violence like this probably once every quarter. It was pretty common. Every once in a while you'd get 2 in a month, which was rare, but it was pretty common.
So what's a Class B forfeiture? I mean, did they go into she uses a house phone? Did they take her phone out of the house?
Uses to obscure litigious act.
Obscene, lewd, profane language, suggest lewd or lascivious act. A lot of these are
interesting.
That sounds like threatening to show them a good time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just me, but
I'll come over there and show you a good time.
But yeah, I don't understand the verbiage there, the forfeiture. I'm curious about that. What state is this? Because we don't have that in Texas. Forfeiture means we're going to take your stuff.
That's what I was going to say. You're going to take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming maybe that they're thinking that because down here you can also see it, makes repeated telephone calls, whether conversations happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm saying by calling you, you're not allowing me. It's kind of like if I filled your mailbox full of stuff. So you just weren't able to get mail ever because I constantly was filling your mailbox. That I'm depriving you of its use. Therefore, it's I'm causing forfeiture. Maybe that's the way that they're choosing to interpret that. But that's a very vague. Well, it's not vague. It's specific, without really being helpful. I hate the way the law's written in certain circumstances, because you're in what universe would this ever apply, or in what? How am I supposed to articulate this without just a confession or whatever? It's weird. But again, some of these laws, I just talked about this. We were talking about 4th of July. I talked about thefts on properties, people pulling on door handles. And I was like, technically in Texas, the prevention of like, because people talk about stand your ground laws, but I was like, in Texas, I mean, prevention of theft is all that's required once the sun goes down. I was like,
yeah,
that's why it has more to do with cattle rustling, but I was like, that's like 180-year-old law that probably should get updated, but like, I don't know. It's weird. Dan, what? Got a point, Juan. Let's find out. Oh, hey. Wait, did I miss something?
So he's saying maybe we should just let the tape roll.
You know what? You know what, Dan?
I told him no. We speculate and then we skip 80% of the video. That's what we do.
And make someone reasonably believe
He's like, I got a point.
them harm or death. That's a misdemeanor. So we can charge that. If she has open cases, those open cases that she has bond on would be another bail jumping charge, because she's not to commit more crimes while she's out on bond for another crime. There's also tickets we can issue. If you just want her cited, I can mail her a ticket for unlawful use of
I want to take care of it. I don't want to be harassing her or her 2 kids, and they're adults.
Yeah. Charging her isn't going to necessarily end the problem. If we were to try and pick her up on it, like if we were going to go forward with charges, we would take her to jail.
Do you want to hear it?
I will. Yeah, I'll listen to it. I just want to see what route you want to go. If you want me to listen to it first,
I have not had an energy drink today.
Decide that's fine too.
You've probably heard a lot of them.
Yeah.
You would know. I definitely want your opinion. I mean, this is the first time I've ever
Does she have access to a gun?
taken action. So.
Okay.
Does she have access to a gun?
I've never seen it. She's told me she has concealed carry, but I've never seen it.
Back, we can listen to it.
No one would.
You mind if I sit next to you?
Before I go to jail, and then I'll go to prison.
Well, that is the most direct one to it.
No one would.
You mind if I sit next to you?
Before I go to jail, and then I'll go to prison.
Well, that is the most direct one I've ever had. She's pretty clear as day saying you're going to die. Usually it's alluding to, you know.
So what would you do?
You definitely have, I have enough to arrest her, just based off of that. If I go knock on her door, I don't know if she'll answer. Can we play the voicemail one more time? I'm going to hold it in front of my body cam just so I can get all the audio. If I hold it?
Let's get it.
You know what, Dave? Don't with me anymore. You are going to die a painful death. Yeah, this witch is going to kill you when you least expect it. And it's going to be before I go to jail. And then I'll go to prison. Yeah. All the lies you tell about me, you'll be dead. Yeah, I just threatened your life. Come to my trial, and you can tell them everything.
I'll head over.
That's enough. I mean, like...
Yeah, it's kind of...
She might as well have just taken the freaking penal code and been
yeah,
like,
I mean...
I am with intent to harm and intimidate. I am doing lewd and lascivious acts or something.
Blank. He said just wait 10 seconds. Look, dog, I don't get to pre-watch these, okay? The transcription. Either way.
That's
not a react.
I'm going to see what she has as far as open cases. It has my name in the case. Being arrested for a couple things. But I'll do my best to give you a call back today. You have any more questions for me right now?
Dave, my ex-husband called.
So you're being arrested for a couple things.
Help me.
You have a warrant out of Georgia.
Bro, does this guy's notepad not look like every cop notepad I've ever seen in my life? Like... It's just like a bunch of... It would be like trying to decrypt the Da Vinci Code for anybody else. But he's like, I totally understand this. This is my chicken scratch, so I know what it means.
Georgia. And then you have 2 open cases, so you have 2 counts of bail jumping. And then you're going to get resisting, and you're going to get...
No, I wasn't resisting.
Yes, you were.
I was scared.
I mean,
I told you they were going to tag resisting in there.
I mean...
That's why they waited extra time.
Throwing yourself on the ground. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. It's kind of dumb in this case because she's getting arrested for, like, pretty serious charges, but whatever.
I told you were under arrest. And then you're getting arrested for unlawful use of a telephone.
Forever.
The charge sounds stupid. Unlawful use of a telephone. How dare you?
He's called it, like, telephone abuse.
I was so mad.
You can be mad, but you can't threaten to kill people.
I wasn't gonna kill him. He won't let me come see my daughter. She broke her leg. Please tell David. Please.
I'll tell him.
That's what the daughter said. Don't come see me.
What do you need help with?
This whole thing. Did you guys grab my phone?
Yes, I did.
You gotta tell Dave I'm sorry.
I will.
You
I will. I'm gonna call him later. I'll let him know.
Please tell him I'm sorry.
I will.
I just wanted to see.
This suspect, Kimberly, was arrested for her warrant and in addition was charged with...
Oh, she already had a warrant. They just...
Yeah, to Georgia.
Yeah, the warrant fairy. Oh, sometimes, man, makes life a lot easier.
Bail jumping.
Sometime. Yeah, dog. That's...
with unlawful use of a phone, bail jumping, and resisting obstructing an officer. The charges of one of the counts of bail jumping and obstructing were dismissed, but she was pronounced guilty on the other count of bail.
Two. And sometimes they're not even like related, but they just kind of
jumping.
I'm farther.
Phone, to which she was set a cash bond of $2,000.
I have
Take your hand in your pocket. Take your hand in your pocket.
Why?
All right.
How close is she to the house?
I'm farther than 500 foot. Okay.
She knew the amount.
You're like, I got my tape measure earlier.
I'll be honest. Line steppers like this, they pull the petty part of Josh out. I found enforcement action. I hated this shit.
I'm across the street. I've not been anywhere. I've not been anywhere over there. I'm right here. What am I doing?
Where's Juan? Pedestrian road.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know that there's a public enough street for that. There's no sidewalk provided either, but Juan would find make it fit.
Resisting a sidewalk.
I didn't go up to the house.
You're detained right now.
Why?
Because you can't be this close to the house.
I will leave. I've been waiting for an officer.
No.
I didn't go. I didn't go up there. Please don't do this. I didn't go up there. Are you serious? I didn't go anywhere near there. I haven't contacted him or anything.
You're like
she's 501
10
feet.
feet from the property
I
line.
just walked down here.
So what you do is you say, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. What? What'd you say? What'd you say?" She's like too far away from her. You let her walk in a little bit, like 500 feet. Get wrecked.
Do you get like one of those little laser measuring thingies and you just point it at the house and go, boop, 500? Are you eyeballing it?
I feel like you eyeball it.
And a defense lawyer comes out with a big old tape measure and
it's fine.
Says it was for.
You know what? It solved my problem for
502.
the evening, is what it did. You might also look at like, especially like in a living complex like that, you might see if you could accomplish like a CT warning somewhere, which would be nice if you could accomplish something like that. Like the one nice thing about apartments is like, especially if they're a gated apartment, you could get like a property management to CTM from the whole place. That was bomb. There was a handful that were just, because the boyfriends would know, and I can't keep them from being in the apartment complex unless I get them CT'd. Yeah, it was multiple times where dudes would be like hyper stalkers, but they're like, I'm just here to see my friend. And I was like, you're no longer allowed to come see your friend. You don't live here. You're not a resident.
See, that was going to be my question too. Is like, if it's an apartment complex or something like that, and you got a 500 foot, is it for the complex or is it just for that unit?
It would typically be for the unit. They would have to stipulate for the complex. It's all civil, so I don't know how any of that shit works. But for us,
does that work vertically too? Like if it's really tall?
Yeah, I wonder what I wonder if it's to space or is it like only to the 500? You could get in an air balloon.
What axes does this count as? Can you are you Pythagorean theorem yourself into
Pythagorean theorem? Look at that.
Doing some Euclidean geometry to figure out where you can stand.
Stupid.
Did you not understand the order of protection?
Excuse me, but I asked for an officer to come here.
Doesn't matter. We don't do it on your
time.
time.
3 days.
We don't do it on your time frame.
I have not eaten. My cats have not eaten in 3 days, and neither have I. All my food is in there. Everything I got is in there.
Okay, but it doesn't mean you
You're
get to do it
breaking
when
my
you want.
wrist.
I'm not breaking your
God damn it!
wrist.
Yes, you are. What the f***
Talk to me that.
You are
You're in
putting
no
my arm up.
position to demand anything from you are. Listen to anything yet.
What?
I'm searching
No, you're not. You're a man. You're not searching me, you dumb shit.
Officer on.
Get off me, then. Ass for this bullshit.
Car.
She seems like a nice lady.
Very nice.
These are little punks. Especially that fat out there. Yeah, you.
It's the way she said it that got me. She's been in the system a few times.
Mm-hmm.
You heard what I said, bitch. Go measure it.
Oh, I had this exact same RMS system for report writing. Or not for report writing, for looking people up. But shout out to them. Just gives me a little bit of PTSD.
Go measure it. Come on, I want to see you.
Nostalgic
If you
PTSD.
don't, I'm
Yeah.
recording this.
Yeah, that's how it turns.
Yeah,
It shows
right.
and everything. Yeah.
Go do it like you said you were.
I'm shocked they didn't blur this, dog. This is a big
They usually
no-no.
do.
Yeah, it should be.
Shout out Midwest Safety for doxing everybody.
Yeah, they're not. This is all TCIC, NCIC protected information.
Yes, mother.
Right, maybe I should skip past that.
Zoom in, enhance.
He brought out the
he is
tape
measuring
measure.
it.
Bro, my guy, he is about it. What makes you, Keith, would you have that if you weren't like a traffic investigator?
I had one, but it was, I don't know, it was more for like exterior crime scenes.
Oh, interesting.
If we had to do a weapon placement or you know, mark where a body was,
Yeah,
things like that.
I
So
don't have one. That's cool. That's kind of
yeah.
I walk it off like I'm in band, you know, just kind of.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, I'll measure my feet later and just go heel toe, heel toe.
13.5 feet.
Oh, she was right outside. Dog.
That made it a little easier.
What is even the point? He's being petty now.
That's...
They're like, I can touch the house from where we're standing. You
He's
are
a
too close.
13.587. I'll give it to you in millimeters just in case.
0.5?
Yep.
13.5.
Yeah, right.
We're just.
That's not where the fuck I was. You guys are bugging. I've not done anything wrong. I don't believe you. Yeah, right. Watching too, you know. I get you.
You will see a judge tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, thanks for. I can let the jail. Okay.
Up on me like that.
Royce.
I'm sitting back here doing it. I'm holding my hands together.
She doesn't like me, so.
Okay, could you come?
You need to do something because my shoulder is fucked up and
Okay. How do you want to sit?
I just want you to put the cup.
I had, oh man, she looks like the Grim.
My hands in front of me, so my.
People are like that. It's like the infrared, so it really washes you out. I had this exact same, everything except for the axon stuff. I had the exact same.
Shoulder isn't jacked up like it is.
Okay, well, I gotta wait till we get you out of here to do that.
Why, and why is that? I can't get you. I can't do anything to you, and I wouldn't. Not that f***ing stupid. I want to call my motherfucking attorney too.
You get to do.
Now, both of you lied on me. Both.
Bro, why are they well, technically, this is the report writing side. This would be public record. So you had like on the upper left, so you have your entire case number here that would be on top, and it would tab down, and then you'd had like subjects, so whether the victim or the suspect or whatever, any offenses that you'd tie to those individuals, and then you'd say adjacent cases, and then you would have any digital evidence if you had to go log in personal artifacts, like person had a purse or they had whatever, it's going to be logged into evidence, or guns or whatever. They had little drop downs for all this stuff.
Both of you, because you both must need some brownie points with these.
I heard this was expensive.
Is that
too,
what you
but
need?
It's like from the
You
80s.
brownie
That's where-
points? Is that what the f you need?
Like before
Ain't got nothing better to
computers were a
do?
thing, they made
Why'd you have to lie where it was? That's all I want to know. And then I want you to apologize to me for it. Because if
I
you
didn't
don't,
have that on
there will be
mine.
more hell to pay.
This is literally, I wish Bill was here. He'd appreciate this. This is exactly, you type your whole narrative here, copy pasta it into Word to make sure you're not being an idiot, because this didn't have spell check
For
or
spelling, yeah, of
anything.
course
Yeah.
not.
This had none of that. This
Not
was
that it
just
would
a
be
type
hard
out.
for them to add, they just don't,
Nope,
because
they
why
just don't.
bother?
And this was
Haven't
like
had to update it in decades.
$20,000 a year or something like that for the software.
Mhm.
Like, it was crazy. But because it had, I'm sure some sort of encryption or whatever. This isn't problematic to see, but the other one kind of was, because that was having DLET's information on it. But
Excuse me?
So,
You did too.
he was typing out his own
Yes,
narrative.
you did.
Okay.
You really are. In fact, I want to go to the hospital.
Emailing it to the Sarge.
You want to go to the hospital?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Right now.
So look at you.
But the
Dog,
thing
that
is
better
that-
not be a remorse.
Ow!
Bitch is crazy. Arrested her.
Ow! Please just do it like this, please. I'm not
Although
going
to be fair, like she was within a certain distance of the restraining order.
anywhere, please. I was. Watch the Bodycam with me, and then, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
Sometimes you would just write that so that the jail knew what the charges were and
what it was for.
How you knew. Yeah, you had like a separate PC affidavit versus your actual physical report, which was a lot more detailed.
Did y'all have the public information section?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was really all they were concerned with was, such and such date, time,
yeah,
gender, race,
person, all
and
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, you report.
Stop pushing on me. Do not move. Away from me now! Stop!
Seems like a nice guy. I did always feel bad though, because I would arrest people that, and mind you, we have to take them into custody, which is its own thing. But it was nice to get to drop them off at the jail and be like, and I'm done listening to this person. And all the Was this a drunk tank? What?
Yup. Damn, old school.
What is this?
Violation of an order of protection and resisting, obstructing. She is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Resisting, I guess. That one was interesting.
Well, they have a lot of here's why you shouldn't plan to kill your husband ones.
That was, don't do that.
Ladies.
Wondering. Ladies. Oh.
I guess we just had June and gentlemen.
It's 9 a.m. in Portland, Oregon, where we join police in a high-speed chase involving a suspect
None of y'all
in,
be killing your husbands.
get this, a stolen Homeland Security vehicle. Here, the driver veers onto the shoulder before picking up speed, and it isn't long until our suspect tries again to outmaneuver officers. Let's switch gears as another officer joins in on the pursuit
Final destination,
right on
there we
suspect's
go.
tail. The driver, later identified as 43-year-old Travis Grigla, reportedly took off after federal agents detained him during an investigation. Court reports indicate Travis was originally in the passenger seat of that stolen vehicle, unhandcuffed while his home was searched. And when a federal agent allegedly revealed they had possession of his cell phone, that's when Travis, well, let's just say, took full advantage of that opportunity. Let's jump ahead as officers catch up with the dangerous driver.
Like the feds are.
You're gonna pretend to be one of them and sneak in undetected. And then you're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Homeland not secure. Homeland lack of security. Homeland
It's just like the scene. They're as secure as the scene is.
Did you catch that?
Oh,
One
look at him
officer
swerving.
throws a spike strip that our suspect appears to avoid. Let's get another look
swervy
at
boy.
that from a new perspective.
They're in lane 3 right now. They're in lane 3 right
Come on, old
now.
timer.
I think Brady just did.
There you go.
Lane 3 still.
Isn't it so annoying to deploy? Every single time I see them, they just look like they should just be in a launcher or something. I don't know.
Do what?
Like they look really annoying to deploy every single time I see. Like the stop sticks is just like this bundle of whatever. You just kind of.
They should have like those like Inspector Gadget, like little arms that just kind of like accordion
That's what I'm
out and then
saying.
accordion
Some
out.
kind of launcher, some kind of deploying
That's what
mechanism.
They should have. I feel like that'd be way safer too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always a deputy. Let's be honest. City guys don't use these, or have them most times. But
They're at 35. They're coming up. Lane 3. They're less.
You have to even keep the bundle together as you're like tossing it.
for it to not get all messed up.
Yeah.
Like a slinky. I mean, grappling hook? A grappling hook would be rad.
That's what the grappler's for.
Yeah.
It's a mile away.
I would
And
want,
car catcher.
You could also a car catcher.
Big old prongs on a like. Did you ever do robotics in like middle school, where you had to build the thing and like catch the little like ping pong balls?
Yep.
With the little basket thing.
Just that.
Yeah, that's what they
But
need.
for cars.
That's him.
You know, we have to get to know the character and the motivation. Are you watching this little wheeling thing?
I don't know if they got him or not.
There are dog leashes that have a button that can reel that crap in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like my dog leash can do that, and you can't. You have
Keep
to
this
do
in mind
this
for later. Back in Angle, Travis appears to just barely hit the spike strip, but officers later deploy another that's not caught on camera. Keep this in mind for police. Reports show speeds reached over 100 miles per hour as this chase spanned nearly 60 miles. Now, Travis darts off an exit, but this officer isn't backing down.
It's a great time to pit if you're able to or allowed to per policy. Let's do that stop sign.
Yeah.
Jumping right back on the highway,
They're just
officers
suggestions.
continue their pursuit. Again, the desperate driver tries to throw off officers by making a brief exit. Take a look.
He's losing
That's
it.
dumb. Mm-hmm.
He got the green light. Hit him.
It's here we can see the vehicle has suffered a blow to the front driver's side tire, but that isn't slowing down our suspect just yet. Travis tries again for his...
There it is.
There it is. Hits right into the concrete pillar.
Classic
Oh!
pit maneuver stops our suspect in his tracks. Let's rewind and take another look at how this unfolded.
You got after it.
From this angle, we can see the
Oh, he
stolen
bounced right
Homeland
off.
Security vehicle overturned in the crash.
They're not going to be happy.
Dear Chief.
Yeah.
Or Sheriff or Director or whatever it is for Homeland Security.
Moments later, Travis emerges from the wreckage.
Maybe
Come on, Travis.
Our
your car
first
doors.
look at the suspect.
Homeland insecurity.
Come on, Travis. You gotta
More
be
officers arrive at the scene as officers work to get Travis under control.
Come on.
And the K9 for no reason.
Is that a motor unit? Look at his boots.
I think
Yeah,
that
look
is
at
a
him.
motor unit. I'll be honest. I would ban this if I was a chief or a sheriff. I'd be like, you will not deploy a dog if there's a vehicle involved. Period. Wholesale. Not near a highway. No. He runs off into the woods. Fine. But like under no circumstances near. If I'm having to point a gun at it, you're not sending a dog. Put that thing up. I'd probably get rid of the K9 program altogether. Like, it's a lot of money. I'm risking animals. No.
Walk back this way, Junior!
Like, what is your contribution?
Watch the guy.
Intimidation, I guess.
Somebody shut this siren off.
It's his.
That's like the vehicle that he's in.
It's his car.
Okay,
Why don't you calm down? Put your dog up.
that's suspect car. Siren.
It's the suspect car siren. I think you're good. Yeah.
Take photos.
Canine dude in charge here for some reason?
Do what?
Is Canine dude in charge here for some reason?
He shouldn't be if he is. This is dumb. Good job. You got him, guys. You're doing better than DHS. I don't want to listen to that siren anymore. Let's see if it's gone.
Being audio and video recorded in the vehicle.
Travis is secured in a patrol car, while another officer tells a nearby worker what he thinks happened here. Let's listen in.
So, the best I can tell is...
Shall we clear the Longview hall and route?
They had this guy in custody in Portland, Homeland Security did, for some big porn thing that...
Oh, really?
On this guy.
Like child sex trafficking stuff?
Something.
Wow.
And so, they were interviewing him in the car that we were chasing.
Right.
Has no cage in it. They were interviewing him. He was sitting in the front passenger seat. The bad guy was. The guy interviewing was sitting in the driver's seat. The guy interviewing got out of the car for a second.
No.
Bad guy climbed over and said, "Peace out."
Wow. Thanks in the car. I'm out.
But fucking the car's got firearms in it. It's got a computer.
Right.
It's got lights and siren.
Wow.
And they didn't want to pursue it.
Unbelievable.
DHS didn't check.
Shout out. Feds are crushing it today.
Dog. I just can't. I don't understand in what universe. Like, did they think it was just going to go away? And they just wouldn't have to talk about it anymore? Like.
Maybe.
And like it goes up the chain. It's not like you're just like, hey, by the way, we're gonna have to do a report that like our car's gone. Like the person that gets that report's gonna be like, would you get the guy? No, he ran.
Mm-hmm.
Got in chase.
We'll
right?
catch him later. We got his name.
What I'm getting at, dude. Like, what?
We know what car he's in.
You cared enough to go do the investigation and issue the warrant and do whatever, but you're not gonna apprehend the guy. Like, you know what though? This makes a lot of sense because this is the same group of people that are like, he was on our radar when something bad happens. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We knew about him. We just didn't know anything about it.
We didn't tell anybody. We didn't take any action.
Hey, Dan, are the Aussie feds this hit dumb or is it just us the problem? Like, I need to know. I pay a lot of taxes.
my mind.
Okay?
Do y'all lose y'all's cars down under?
Church when the 43.
There could be some good dash video of this one.
There should be.
Back with our suspect, officers have pulled Travis out of the patrol car for a search when the 43-year-old tries to make light of the situation.
Undo the straps.
Where's the straps at?
The straps that go around the side and makes it easier. See the straps? You want to?
You need help? No, I got it. Are you getting photos of him first? Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Want to have him turn around right now and do it? Yeah, please. Travis, go ahead and turn around, man. Thank you. Okay. All right, man. Go ahead and face that way.
That old timer's a pipe hitter, dude. You can see it on his face. He's like the fugitives guy. Oh, this guy's a marshal. Never mind.
Yeah, he's probably task force.
They won't let you steal their car and get away with it.
Oh no, not those guys. Homeland are like marshmallows.
They probably don't let you get in the car in the front seat unattended. Bro,
I'm waiting for Homeland to come up and flash their little badges and go, we'll take it from here, you know. Yeah, we got it from your guys. Thank you. Appreciate your work.
What's that? Nowhere else. Oh, that's that. I don't really have a choice. I gotta buckle you up, man. Okay. I gave my best shot. I'm not going nowhere else.
Court records show Travis, a registered sex offender, was on probation stemming from a 2008 federal conviction and a previous state conviction for sex-related crimes.
And you let
Federal
this guy hang out at
investigators-
the front seat with no cuffs on, and then you just left the car with the keys in it.
Again,
because he's chill.
It's a DHS vehicle, rifle, radio, maybe.
responded to his home in April of this year after being tipped off that Travis was allegedly storing and sharing illicit images of minors. The 43-year-old was transported to a hospital and later taken into custody on an outstanding warrant and federal charges.
So my thing is, why was he with DHS? Because that falls under FBI. Why was he with DHS? Just weird.
Bro, I just can't with these people. I'll do one more. Hopefully one of these makes you feel a little better.
I don't think that's went well.
What? Hold on. This is clickbait as hell.
Okay, choose life flight in here. Yeah.
This is Natalie and John Shirilla, the parents of Mackenzie Shirilla. Just hours earlier, they were informed their daughter was involved in a devastating car accident and that she was transported by helicopter to the nearest hospital.
Wait, is this the chick
However, they're about to...
Is this the chick that, like, was with her boyfriend or with, like, 4 people in her car and she crashed and they all died?
But her? I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Hear from this
There's a
officer
story like
who
that.
changed the course of their and Mackenzie's life forever.
Okay. No. You want to sit down?
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is the one. Okay, she 100-mile-per-hour crash
Free
with
advice.
a toxic relationship.
Free advice. If you're a cop and you gotta go do a death notification or something, don't pregame the announcement. Just say what you gotta say. You're gonna let us sit down, and then give like a pregnant pause after that to like let them.
Hey man,
let their
you gotta have the
imagination-
dramatic pause.
Dog. Okay, so what was that? What were you saying, Keith?
No, I agree.
You're as upset as I am. I'm like, dog. Like, what are we doing? Why are you jazzing up your notification, dude? Like,
Nah, I'm here for it.
What are we doing?
Inject a little drama into these.
I only had to give a couple in my career, but it was very simple. My name's Officer Josh. Unfortunately,
Do it for the camera.
So and so is deceased. They're dead. I don't know how.
The audience is gonna love it.
Yeah.
Progress in Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving. Who died?
Mackenzie's boyfriend, Dom Russo, as well as their friend Davion, were pronounced dead after the crash, making Mackenzie the suspect of a potential double murder. However, police had their doubts. Most assumed that this was simply the result of a tragic accident on Mackenzie's behalf. But as the investigation would progress, dark and disturbing secrets would reveal this was clearly much more than just an accident.
Dom, if you do not open, you think I'm joking.
What do you mean?
You know that's exactly what I mean. You're gonna come open this door right now, or there's gonna be a serious problem.
And this is why you take enforcement action every time when it comes to stuff like that. Domestics, we don't play. Stalking, you don't play with it. I don't know, man. Oh, Dr. Insanity. I do like the intro.
Around 1 a.m. on July 31st, 2022, Mackenzie, Dominic, and Davion were at a house party in their local town. They decided to let loose during this party and get extremely high on marijuana throughout the night, something Mackenzie had a regular tendency of doing. At roughly 2 a.m., Mackenzie approached the host of the party, Kelly, and asked if she wanted to take acid with her and Davion. This...
What? This is young people doing young, dumb people stuff. What? No, I remember, like, and maybe we were squares, Juan, growing up, but it was like, hey, dude, you want to sneak into a rated R movie? You know what I mean?
You want to put a burger in your pocket so we don't have to pay for popcorn? That would be
bro.
So we found out that no one cared.
I bet you I can take this Whataburger number.
Mm-hmm.
Not, yo, bro, you want to do some ass?
Well, that's true. Was it you who collected the Whataburger numbers? Or who's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Like...
You're the biggest nerds. I love y'all, but y'all the biggest nerds.
You're lucky orange-shirted cop didn't see you taking those Whataburger numbers.
Exactly. Yeah. Keith was out there.
Keith would have taken us out.
He was getting after it.
He would have swept our legs.
Yeah, he'd gotten after it.
This was a
all four of them.
There is a limit per customer
at once.
Package.
Yeah.
You cannot take this many.
For Mackenzie, since Kelly had never even heard her talk.
Man, I snuck a Chipotle burrito in there. Don't be telling me Twizzler guy. No. It was a big old burrito.
A big old burrito.
Okay? I was hardcore.
Fit perfectly in your little hoodie pocket.
Exactly.
Kept it warm.
Bro, when we worked concessions at that the convenience center,
yeah.
I left with I had cargo pants. I left with 8 bottles of Coke in my pockets. I was just waddling out.
Hardcore.
So obvious. Love it.
Kelly denied the offer, and Mackenzie, Dominic, and Davion left the party shortly after. Dominic then drove them to another friend's house, where they just relaxed and watched South Park for the rest of the night. Everything was normal. It seemed like a regular night out for some college kids. And at precisely 5 a.m., the group left and went to drive back home. Here, Dominic's friend Davion asked if he could get a ride home, but Mackenzie insisted they were in a rush and couldn't. However, Dominic told Mackenzie to relax and let Davion hop in the back of the car, a decision that would forever seal their fate. The drive started out as normal, and both Dominic and Davion dozed in and out during the ride. However, suddenly, Mackenzie takes a different route, one that leads completely opposite of Davion's house, one that just a few days earlier, she spent hours circling around, and without any hesitation, she stepped on the gas. Going over 90 miles per hour, Mackenzie flew past street cameras, and just out of the camera's view was a large brick building, and Mackenzie was heading straight towards it.
What? I did not expect
Mackenzie miraculously survives the crash.
Of course she did.
Barely, but still breathing. The others were killed instantly. The crash would remain unknown for 45 minutes.
They hit the shit out of that thing. I've worked some pretty gnarly accidents.
It's chewed up.
They nailed that. There's also a glancing hit. You can tell because it smashed one side a little bit more than the other. You can see how the body failed on the passenger side. I don't know that she's that skilled of a driver to have done that on purpose, but dude.
Until a local Samaritan spotted the wreckage and called Strongsville police, who quickly reported to the scene. This footage has been given exclusively to...
After 10 p.m., we teach you how to do crime.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
That's why Bill's not here. He's too square.
Viewer discretion is advised.
No one's breathing. Bust that window out.
Oh, yeah. So you can tell the driver's side's damn near almost untouched. Versus we saw the passenger side of the vehicle and it was all chewed up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was aimed for.
Who can hear my voice? Who's in here? Drivers.
Oh, poor day shift had to work this.
Oh, shit, man. Hey. This is bad, guys. She's alive. We got to get her out here. All right. Reach up and unlock it.
Just
Let me
yoink
see your
her.
knife. Let's cut this thing out.
Notice. Where's fire?
They're being heroes
still
2 blocks away.
Put their shorts on and,
We're still washing the truck.
Every time they bring some shit up about fire, I'm always like, well, where are they?
Listen, hero shit happens 2 blocks away.
Type in my comment, suck it, Dad. What comment was it?
Hey kids, Juan and Josh are telling you it's funny to steal.
It's not stealing. I purchased a burrito and brought it into the and even on the concession
It
thing,
is just not purchasing.
they told
You were
us,
smuggling.
No. And then on the concession stand thing, they told us take whatever you want. They would. Because they weren't paying us. We were literally volunteering our time.
Yeah, we were volunteering.
Yeah.
Said whatever we want, but they didn't expect I had a lot of pockets. And I was okay with taking half an hour to get to my car.
About to say that.
Sorry, we're good to try to get her out.
Yes. I'm doing better than that screen.
I don't know if we can there. Let's see if we can get some IDs, guys.
Suffer.
Not vitals, IDs.
You look younger. Oh yeah, they're all pretty young.
Jesus Christ. Come on, day shifts. Let's act like we've been here
seen.
before.
I don't feel anything. I don't feel
I
pulse.
haven't worked a fatality.
Oh, yeah.
in my life. Come on now.
Keep her alive.
I'm either
There's fire.
she's drunk or high, or she just isn't from here, was going way too fast and didn't know what the road ended. Wrong. No one heard.
They're in factory type setting.
I don't know if it's working, but
I was the one that called it in.
So
yeah.
I mean, obviously, because I saw that front end.
There, the driver was recklessly speeding before hitting the building, so police are quick to collect evidence and figure out the names of everyone in the car and what truly happened leading up to the crash.
Grab everything over here. We'll just take it back to the property room.
What would you just take the whole bag?
Yeah, throw it all in there. Anything relevant?
Power up, like.
2 phones. One's dead. Is there anything else over here? Rest in peace, buddy.
Damn.
He's gonna go verify with the BMV image. Holy smokes. Dominic, her boyfriend.
Car police identified all the suspects and found multiple bags of weed and other marijuana devices in Mackenzie's bag, as well as psilocybin mushroom.
Kids are getting psilocybin out in here. You know how hard that would be to find, like in the street? What are these kids doing?
Thankfully, Mackenzie survived after being transported by helicopter to the nearest hospital. Her parents were called to inform them of the incident, and they rushed to the hospital.
Her parents. I don't feel bad for them at all, to be honest. Look, dog, I turned out right because I had good parents. It's not because I'm a good person. It's because I had good parents.
Unfortunately for them, all they knew was that Mackenzie was in an accident, and this officer is going to have to break everything to them.
Spiced it up.
What did they tell you? Nothing. Okay, she was life flighted here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Okay. No. You want to sit down?
2, 3, 4.
Progress in Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving.
Who died?
I don't know whether, but there's one that we don't know. His name's Jacob. Does anyone know Jacob?
Dom?
No, stop. Let him talk.
Guys,
Well, he was asking you a
I don't know what
question.
I'm doing with this. Your daughter's okay. She's talking to us. I talked to her. Okay? Your daughter's alive. Okay? Your daughter's alive. She was driving the vehicle. Okay?
Who was that? Jacob and who?
I think, what's the name you said?
Dom?
Might be.
Oh my God.
Stop.
What's his relation to you?
Boyfriend.
Okay. Yeah, then Dom was in the car.
Stop. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
It's right now. It's an ongoing investigation. Speed is definitely a factor. So are drugs.
Tom is dead? Tom is dead? Is that what you're telling me?
This is why you don't color up your death notifications, right? You don't add some jazz. You're not singing the national anthem, okay? You just give it like it is, all right? Like, bro, like, if they have additional questions, and they likely will, and the ones that you can answer, but, like, this is unneeded intent. Mind you, she's going to be stressed out. That's fine. Not mad that she's stressed out. You just left it kind of vague, and then it's like, well, let's start guessing at which one of my daughter's friends are dead. Like, bro, Get it together.
Devil's advocate. This makes for better television.
Producer Juan is getting it after it.
It's in the name.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
This is the reality TV way of doing it.
This is a serious situation.
Juan's over there going to academies. Okay, so if you're gonna do it, turn the body cam. Make sure you
turn the body. Oh, he's doing a great job. He's angling the body cam.
Yeah, he's catching everybody.
When you had that third person's reaction, who I didn't even know was there, turn. Make sure to get that.
Good establishing shot.
Solid camera work.
Situation.
This is why I'm here.
Maybe lead with your daughters all
properly evaluate.
Fred gets it.
No. You don't lead. You got to bury the lead.
What's that? No, not at all. Well, we're gonna keep it that way.
You got to build suspense.
So if you're doing a criminal investigation because you believe that this is potentially like DWI, right? Stop. No, don't encourage him. I hate you all. Stop. Juan's gonna pin it. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yup. I am gonna pin it.
So if for the sake of protecting your investigation, you're probably not notifying specifically the suspect's parents that these other two individuals are deceased, especially if you're not going to tell the suspect. Because what are you going to do? Keep her detained and not let the family see her? Questions are going to come up as to why, and you're going to have to tell them, well, we're under investigation for whatever. Like, bury that as much as you can to try to protect as much of the investigation as you can. Because if you're telling the parents, the parents are like, oh, they're investigating her for a murder. Maybe I should be really careful about what I'm going to say about my daughter. So when you're asking, well, do your daughter and her boyfriend argue? Where normally they'd be like, yeah, they fucking hate each other. You know, they're going to be like, no, they love each other. Like it's not how you conduct an investigation. But whatever.
She's getting worked on now, okay? Call boss.
Yes, Chris. Jazz hands with clubs, please.
Hey, so she's not going to be up for a long time.
We're still here for good policing.
Oh, God, help me. All right. I got to talk to you one more time. Just to let you know where we stand as a police department, okay? Where we stand today, okay? Full transparency here. There's drugs in the car. She had a bag of mushrooms on her and a scale. Full transparency, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ripping the Band-Aid off, okay? Drugs in the car.
You rip the Band-Aid off first. Can I see my daughter? No. She's under arrest. An investigation for XYZ offense. Go home. We'll notify you when you're allowed to see your daughter. Like, they shouldn't even be here, to be honest. But whatever.
Awake but not awake, so she was
in and out of consciousness.
Just sitting left us earlier.
Fully extracted from the IFD. I know she has a severe leg injury. Like I said, she was speaking, and she had her seatbelt on.
The fact that Mackenzie was wearing her seatbelt while her passenger...
Y'all are spurring on good conversation. We don't have a good batting average tonight for police interactions. We had like 2 good ones. The rest of these, they're
Dominic and Davion were not, raises questions about her intentions. This detail suggests potential premeditation, as she might have anticipated the crash and taken measures to protect herself, indicating awareness of the impending danger.
Having a seatbelt on is not premeditation. Chill. By itself, no. Them not having seatbelts and her having it on, unless they prove that she took their seatbelts off, maybe. But like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that probably saved her life.
I mean, I don't drive unless people in my car are wearing seatbelts. I don't want to be responsible for this crap.
When breaking tragic news to the victims' families, police are trained to try and comfort the family as much as possible.
Not well.
While the Shirillas are
No.
really heartbroken.
No.
How much? I'm trying to think of how much. I got this much training on death notification.
Empathy.
No. Like they did in interpersonal communications. They talked about this very briefly, but like we don't get.
But like you learned on the job, basically, like field training.
Yeah.
Then your FTO was just like, "Hey, you're doing it."
I did my first death notification by myself. I was like 6 months on the job. I'd never did one. It's pretty rare that you have to do one in field training. It's pretty rare you have to do one at all. Yeah, I had to do it by myself. That sucked a lot.
That do suck.
But like, I don't know. Someone show me, and let me be wrong, that there's actual formal training on how to do this. I remember the ME is the one that told me, "Hey, you got to tell them downstairs this dude's dead." And I was like, "Oh, fuck." Well, not the ME, the doctor. Or the first time I had to do it, I was like, oh, "Can you do it?"
Yeah, why wouldn't the doctor
I'm
do
not
it?
a doctor. I don't know they're dead. And he's like, "No, dog, you're gonna tell them." I was like, "Damn it!"
And you're like, I don't have medical training to know that they're dead.
Exactly.
So pre
can't
CIT we had MHU, which mental health units.
Yeah.
So that was before CIT was evolved the way it evolved. But we had trainings. I did a lot of these freaking notifications.
Really?
A lot, and they taught us. I mean, we actually did it was like a 4 or 5 hour class. Yeah, I mean, they taught us how you sit and you be open and just give them just what they need. Crash. Daughter survived, currently in surgery. That's all we have right now. Any other victims? Unknown at this time.
That's wild.
That wasn't something that we shared with, like, if it was a daughter, you just gave the information to her parents, and then you would go notify one of the boys' parents, and you'd go notify it, but you didn't.
You didn't do it collectively, yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry, Shannon. MHU was mental health unit. So
talking in acronyms.
Yes.
Hey, we're cops. We're government people.
Yeah.
We're talking acronyms.
Sorry.
CIT
is
to make y'all explain the acronyms, and I got distracted.
Yes, CIT is
CIT.
I felt bad during that latest Officers React because y'all kept saying BI injury.
Oh, you never.
And then I never bothered to, like, I was watching it and I didn't put any text explaining what that was.
Yeah, bodily injury, baby.
I think like about an hour in, y'all go, yeah, serious bodily injury, and I'm like, somebody will guess.
Someone will guess.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, we were cryptic like that.
The officer did a good job of calmly explaining the situation and reassuring them that they know their daughter is alive and well. However, for the family of Dominic's, the task would be much more devastating, and they'll have to tell Dominic's father everything. Keep in mind, he currently doesn't even know his son was involved in an accident, let alone deceased.
Go ahead, take a seat. Is that fire?
This take a seat thing stresses me out, dog. Like, just rip the Band-Aid off. If they feel like they're gonna pass out, catch them. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I remember feeling bad. One of my supervisors called my wife while I was on duty. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. I got exposed while at work, and this happens whether it's drugs or I got my arm cut. Called ahead to be courteous and be like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be late," but just a phone call and like, "Oh, this is Officer so and so, with the Arlington Police Department." Like, why is my husband not calling me? Like, don't be doing that shit. You're stressing people out. You don't show up and think people are gonna take what you're doing as okay. You need to chill.
You know what time it happened at?
No, we don't. Right now, what we do know 100% is somebody called it in, somebody passing by at around 6:15, 6:30.
Just rip the Band-Aid off, dog. What are we doing?
Yeah, so
why are we romancing
what it
this?
appears that happened is they were going westbound on Progress from Pearl.
Why does any of this matter?
That's what I'm saying. Give them just what they need to know.
Give them what they need to know. And if they
was involved in an accident, they're currently at the medical examiner's office. Sorry.
If they got questions, answer the questions after the fact. But like, pull the Band-Aid off now. Here they're thinking. They have this idea that something bad happened, but they don't know. And they're afraid that maybe their loved one is deceased, but you're just fucking leaving them in limbo. Like, it's just not... I wasn't taught this. I just applied a little bit of common sense. It was like, hey, I don't know, man. Shit pisses me off.
Road. They went
right here in Strongsville?
Yeah, in Strongsville. that business that's right on Alameda, right where Progress ends.
This feels more like
that
for the
ends right
benefit of the
there.
officer than for the benefit of the
They hit that
family to
building.
help him get through telling them.
I get it, but like you had the whole drive there to hype yourself up, the whole walk up to hype yourself up. Like, what's the term? You don't make someone else's emergency your emergency. Like you owe it to that family to go be professional for at least 30 seconds. You know, this is because I look at their face, man. Like, but just rip it off.
They hit the sign out front and then they hit the building.
But they fall asleep at the wheel or something?
Don't know.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
So 2 kids are dead. My son's dead. Another kid's dead.
Go
And
ahead.
the girl's in the hospital.
She's in surgery right now.
Oh my God, huh, Chris?
I mean, another family member or a friend or anybody that you might want us to call on your behalf?
No. This is a nightmare. Is somebody called in at 6:30 in the morning?
Between 6:15
6:15, 6:30, yeah.
When they came upon it, passing it by.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is.
Oh my gosh. This is horrible.
I don't know
She
what
was
this
in her
is.
car?
It was in Mackenzie's car, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is she gonna make it or you guys don't know?
We right now we don't know. She's in surgery right now, so we don't know. So
Nightmare.
A few weeks after the incident, Mackenzie left the hospital and returned to her normal life. She thought everyone concluded the crash was the result of a brutal accident and nothing further. It was even reported Mackenzie and her mother had applied to a Los Angeles modeling agency and had fully moved past the incident. What's even more disturbing is, on the Halloween of 2022, Mackenzie went to her first party since the crash. And her Halloween costume? A detailed corpse with fake blood smeared across her mouth. Mackenzie's parents...
Pretty sure that was a Joker outfit. Like, now, sinister or not, like, you don't gotta be making storylines that aren't there.
That's not a good Joker outfit, though. If it is, you gotta
It's
have
not.
the colors of the jerk.
It's
stuff.
not.
It could be. I could see it being a like Nightmare Before Christmas type thing.
Yeah.
It's even approved of this morbid outfit.
I
and
am
said
with
Mackenzie,
you that it's a
quote,
little bit of a reach
deserved
to get the narrative here, but I think this is probably the narrative. I think they're going. They're gonna use.
Oh, like the one that
I
was
think
given to like media,
Yeah,
or
I
the
think
one media
it's
was going with.
right. I think part of it is like because also like as the prosecutors, you're probably weaving into your narrative to argue lack of remorse, lack of character stuff.
some fun after the crash. It almost felt like Mackenzie was almost trying to let people know the crash had malicious intent, and she wanted to rub it into the world that she got away with her crimes. But little to her knowledge, detectives were working around the clock to figure out what really happened the night of the crash, and they would find far more than they could have ever expected. But before that, I want to give you guys a safeguard and get you what all times.
I just want to show you.
Oh no, explain it.
So this is when they were going down Progress Drive, and then you know how there was like tire tracks before it, like on that side grass. So that's the sign.
That's when it hits the sign.
And then that's where she curved exactly right on.
Gotcha.
Missed those two rocks and went right into the sign, the side of it. But I'm just confused on how the back of the sign was messed up. But she went right into that wall.
Right.
No, so you can see like the hard braking was right at the wall, and then her high speed was after the hard braking. Was 90 miles per hour.
So it said it's a recording. Does that play?
So,
I mean, what does it mean? It's just
how it works,
screenshots.
It's just a tracker.
Yeah, it's like my parents have me in a circle so they can see where I'm going. It just
Bro, she's getting narked on by a friend that's got an iPhone tracker? Dude. Shout out to Kyle here, dude. He's like, nah, fuck that. She's killing people. We're going to get her.
follows you wherever you go.
And Davion had us in.
Yeah, well, you can send the screenshots right to the email, and I'll get them all to the detective.
So I spoke to friends that were at the party. I wasn't personally there. I thought that they might have been on psychedelics. Kenzie was the driver, and they said that she took a nap. But if you know psychedelics, that's like a 8-hour to 12-hour, like you cannot sleep. Yeah, you cannot sleep. All right.
This should make us all uncomfortable if these kids are experts on what it feels like to take psychedelics. This shit stresses me out, dog.
You can see the exact time they left the house. I don't know.
That's mine. So you can just send everything right there.
All right.
In addition to this information, the car's black box recorded the gas pedal was pressed down to its fullest extent while driving towards the building. Another one of Dominic's friends was connected to Life 360 and had a very clear opinion of what he thought this evidence could be interpreted as.
To me, right here, if you looked at the tracks, and you guys probably have pictures of them, it looks like the person in the front seat tried to turn the wheel because of the fact they were going to go straight into a wall. And it doesn't say she heart broke once. It was 90 miles per hour down that whole road. And I also think because of Kenzie's and Dominic's history, that they were fighting. I think Davion went on his phone to distract himself from the fighting. Although they were on drugs, they can also still be fighting with being on drugs.
It could have just been like a careless mistake. Like, I don't think Kenzie, even if she was like at road rage, if she was arguing, I don't think her intention was to kill two people no matter what.
However, while this evidence is useful and certainly adds suspicion, it doesn't fully reveal Mackenzie's intentions leading up to the crash. Detectives are still uncertain whether or not this was truly an accident or if something much worse was in.
That's a corner of a brick and concrete building. They tagged that thing.
Play. This is when police conduct a series of interviews with Dominic and Mackenzie's closest friends and family to see what their opinions are and if they have any additional evidence to help the case. And
not saying he's wrong, but why are they listening to a kid for a forensic breakdown? So I think that they're doing is that they're looking at what those tags were, I guess, on the phone. I guess as the phone was tracking their movement. I don't know that it would give like a replay of what happened, but my assumption is that that first interview is what maybe led credence to this idea that maybe we should dig deeper. They're saying that at the very minimum, what you can glean from that is that they do get into arguments, and that like Dominique might have known that he was in an uncomfortable situation if he was getting on his phone right before he died. Because you wouldn't get the ping unless he was on his phone. And the ping shows them going, like, he might have been awake when that happened. And if he is indeed awake when that happened, and, like, they're not freaking out, telling her to slow down or whatever, they're starting to build a case that potentially there was an argument ensuing while this driving was happening and whatever. The rest of the forensic stuff, yeah, I would be like, thank you, kid, but none of that's applicable in court. Like, your semi-expert witness testimony is stupid.
They would find much more than they had anticipated.
You understand, you're not under arrest.
Yeah.
You walk out anytime you want. We
get the open door. This is how they teach it, kids.
have approximately 10 questions that we wanted to ask you. And so, how long were you guys in a relationship, you and her?
Well, we were all friends in a friend group at first. I ended up dating her for a little bit, like probably over the summer. I was only dating her for probably like a month and a half or like 2 months, and then
y'all were friends. That's not dating. I've had upset stomachs that have lasted longer.
Me and Dom found out that she was cheating on us basically, but it wasn't like anything official, so it wasn't no hard feelings like with whatever happened. I just kind of was like, after me and Dom found out about that, we didn't have no problems with each other and nothing, but they were on and off, and I kept on talking to her still while they were on and off because we were all still in the friend group and stuff. So, and then we kind of just like stopped being intimate, you know what I'm saying, and we're just friends.
So, describe the relationship. What was she like as your girlfriend?
Like, I didn't really have much with her relationship wise because we didn't date that long, but like friend wise, like she was crazy. Like
she like mentally just not all there? I mean,
yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. Like I personally feel like she was trying to kill herself in that crash, and she failed on doing so.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. She has told people that she's put a spell on him so that he couldn't break up with her. That she had like grabbed a piece of his hair, and that she had a doll in her room for Dom, and that she had literally put a spell on him, is what she would tell everyone. And, like, she truly believed in that kind of stuff, and she also uses the pendulum, I know too, to try to get answers. But she tries to use it now.
The hell's the pendulum?
Do you think Mackenzie has it in?
Like the thing that one Pokemon uses? to make you confused?
Yeah, the pendulum.
Oh, wow. You got really quiet there for a second.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm like, why is my microphone so much lower? Is my volume?
Your volume should be the same. Keith, give me some audio.
I am here.
Keith and I are both loud.
I'm fine. I'm in my.
I bet you got a bad cord.
Maybe.
Does it have one of those batteries you showed me in that other one?
No, because you got the same mic I do.
Is this better?
Nope.
Nope.
Just gonna crank up my audio then. Is that better?
Nope. It's literally the exact same.
What the hell?
Oh.
I unplugged and replugged.
Nope.
Nothing? That's absolutely wild.
Well, get out and then come back in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Discord. I doubt it, but. Oh, he was gone. Give me some audio. Now you're gone completely. This cord just died. We'll keep listening.
Didn't hurt to drive a car into a wall. I mean, if you guys speculate that she did it on purpose, do you think she has it in her?
I feel like if she thinks
no more opinions. Yeah, Juan can break out the whiskey. We won't be able to hear what he's saying.
There you go.
I feel like she got.
What was that one?
Can you hear that?
Oh, there it is.
Lucky, but at the same time, not lucky to have survived that.
That's weird.
Like, she killed 2 people. If that was what she was trying to do, but it's like.
Is that audio fine?
I kind of feel like
okay, that was weird.
It was the pendulum.
It just times me out after a while.
Next, police interview Angelo Russo.
Was it happening in the after party last
Angelo was one of the
Tuesday
closest people to Dom
after-partying.
and would give everything police need to know about Dominic and Mackenzie's relationship.
You mentioned that anytime Dom would kind of want to break up with her, she kind of would go crazy. Describe crazy, like what kind of crazy?
Like, there is times where she called Dom and said, if you break up with me, I'm going to word for word.
What do you think happened?
I think,
yeah,
off of what I know and off my assumptions, Dom tried to break up with her multiple times, even in July. It kept not like working out, whatever. They kept making back up. Kenzie's known to be the kind of person that she's let us know she will never let go of Dom, and if she has to let go of Dom, she will not go on living herself. She's pretty much let that be known. You're going 94.
If you're ever faced with this ultimatum, you're doing us all a favor by leaving. Just saying. Because either they're full of shit and they need to know, or it's a self-correcting problem.
Miles an hour, you don't have a very fast car to begin with. You were stomping that gas pretty much that whole entire time. There's no brake marks on the street at all. Even before the hit, you would think that some type of instinct would kick in, you'd slam on the brakes. But to my knowledge, she went straight into it. To me, it seems like they were in a fight. I think that she took it upon herself to purposely crash into that wall. I think that he must have been trying to talk her down the whole time. They swerved off to the right at the end. I think he might have grabbed the wheel towards the end of it, maybe trying to spin him or something. Who knows? She could have been bear hugging it. I don't know. They're hitting bumps too. They're going 90. He could have not, like, I don't know what's going through his head, you know?
As more friends and family speak to police, there's a picture building of a toxic relationship that could have ended several times over if it wasn't for Mackenzie's threatening behavior. Mackenzie's actions after the crash were also of concern to police. On August 6th, only a week after the incident, police find themselves back at her doorstep after reports of a disturbance where Mackenzie's father makes a shocking confession.
Sarge, I want to ask you first about August 6th, if you recall. That's the day you guys were dispatched to Mackenzie Sharilla's room. Can you tell me about that day?
So we were dispatched up to the room for a disturbance. Once we arrived up on the room, she was upset with her dad. We asked the dad to step out and we're trying to calm him down, and he's like, you guys probably know who I am. At one point in the conversation, he's like, I feel like my daughter needs a psych evaluation. And he's like, because she's not, thinking clearly and word for word what he said. Like, I don't recall every word that he said. He was pretty hysterical. He was pretty upset. She was upset with her dad because, like, she wanted the lady to go to the funerals.
Mackenzie got mad because she couldn't go to Dominic's funeral, even though she's made a shrine dedicated to Dominic.
Yeah, dog, you killed him. You don't get to go to the whatever.
Posts constantly on his Facebook memorial page and wears his clothing. Her dad refuses to let her go. Regardless, with so much evidence against,
She would have had a car to go. She didn't crash into the wall.
Dang.
I'm a little dark. I'm sorry. I've worked this call before.
Against her, police come to the conclusion that this crash had to have been deliberate, and Mackenzie is about to find herself in handcuffs and on her way to the local jail.
Front cops.
Back there, pal. Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash.
That's so weak. You cuffed her to the front? I got a lecture.
Well, if she steals your car, you know she's just gonna crash it into a wall. So.
Oh my god. You're right. Yeah, dude. I'd get lecture about that, especially for a murder suspect. Like, come on now.
You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2. Okay. Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. Nobody's gonna bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it.
Breaks the bracelet. Oops. Sorry. I'm not that
Recording. Mounted. Wi-Fi connected.
Lord, I hope they feed her while she's in there.
No kidding. Well, when you're not taking drugs, you're right up like that.
What's your first name? Okay, Mackenzie. I want to
Easy. Welcome to membership.
Bro, easy. What's going on, homie?
I can't wear any of it.
No, I need you to take it off while you're in jail right now.
Blink. Is it no
When
one's
her
gonna ask
parents
you any
find out she's
questions?
been
Proceed to
arrested,
ask for
they
keys.
head straight for the
Cops all
station
lie.
and
Agreed.
immediately confront and fight with the officers.
But I need to speak to my daughter because you guys aren't allowed to speak to her at all. That's from the lawyer. How are you guys?
That's not how that works. Just so you know.
How old is she?
16? No, she's in college age.
19.
Yeah, so she's nope. The attorney can be there, but
Yeah, we don't need any parental guidance or
Here's how
attendance or any of that garbage.
So let's say I get dispatched to the jail or to the station because a parent has showed up. How long this conversation would last? Sir, she's currently the suspect for a murder investigation.
Yeah.
Her attorney will contact her. She needs to get an attorney to contact her.
And an adult.
You may leave. I have nothing further to say to you. No, you can't walk in there. No, you can't come see her. No, you can't. That's easy. I've answered all those questions for you. Do you have any other questions? No? Okay, you may leave. You don't want to leave. Sounds like somebody wants to go to jail. I'll let you talk to her in jail, baby.
Sunday weekend.
Nope. Different jails.
So, hey, there's a warrant for. We would have brought her right down here with no problem. Unbelievable. I mean, 18. So the warrant was issued today.
18.
Well, you could have made a phone call, couldn't you? You had your creeper out in front of my yard watching. So, she can't take any. She's an adult. She can't take any phone calls right now. Okay. Well, I still need to speak to my daughter so she understands what her. Not.
No.
No.
Nope. Just so y'all know, on Only Robbers, no.
Say anything to you guys. If he had to roll out the whole mask to pick up an 18-year-old girl who could hardly walk out of a hospital.
Yes.
It's just beyond me. So
Yes.
we follow the law. That's what we're doing today. Am I going to be allowed to have a 2-minute conversation with her?
Nope.
You cannot talk to her about me. Why doesn't she get a phone call? If you arrested her, why don't she get a phone call?
She was just brought in. They're going to process her. As soon as they get the time for her to make a phone call, she will be able to make a phone call.
She's a lawyer. She does have a lawyer.
She is 18 years old and she could speak that.
Yeah, but she's a dumb 18-year-old that just turned 18.
Well,
and these guys are going to take advantage of her. She's not allowed to speak to you guys. I'm telling you that.
Her
from
attorney
lawyer.
can call us.
Don't ask her any questions. She's not allowed to speak.
Her parents don't want Mackenzie to talk and demand a lawyer is present. Mackenzie is going to need that lawyer, as she's going to have to face the consequences of her actions in a court of law. She's tried as an adult and decides not to be tried by jury, leaving her fate to a judge.
That's a poor choice.
That really is, yeah.
So, free advice. Unless you're like, who was that one guy that bought like the drug for, I don't remember what it was. He bought a drug and he was the only owner of the cure, like the treatment for a certain illness. Like
Shkreli.
That guy. Unless
Martin
you're that
Shkreli,
guy,
yeah.
just like universally loathed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, you want to give your attorney an opportunity to help with jury selection to find people who are going to be more sympathetic with your cause.
Mm-hmm.
Of the 12 jurors that are brought forth in this whole thing, there'll be some bartering on who's allowed to be in this jury and who's not allowed to be on this jury. You're going to do a lot better there. What you don't want is a trial judge to be the one that's like, nah, you're an idiot.
That's right.
That's what you don't want. But yeah.
Despite
Especially if you are a sympathetic-looking white girl who can play the
cry the whole time.
Sorry
Cry the whole
card.
time. 'Cause
Yeah.
You know who that attorney's going to pick? Dads. Across the board, he's going to be like, oh.
Across the board.
How many people here have daughters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, those were my picks.
This girl made a mistake.
Yeah.
She has a bright future ahead of her.
Yep.
Valued member of the community.
But I tell you, he's not going to give
Don't
a
let
shit.
this ruin her life.
This whole crusty lawyer or judge.
She
ain't going to give a shit.
She probably also has daughters and is sick of their shit.
Exactly.
Probably two of them working polls, and you never know what that's going to be. So yeah, she's probably done with daughters. But I mean,
this is not a winning equation here. Whoever gave you this recommendation is an idiot.
put your fate in the hand of 12 people instead of one person. You know, one probably cynical, pissed off
You only
person.
need one stubborn person to hang a jury, so...
Yeah.
Gizmo does count.
Lost consciousness, the evidence against her proves this claim was a lie, and the prosecution believes she crashed the car as an easy way out of the relationship. The judge agreed, and on August 14th, 2023, Mackenzie's fate was finally sealed.
She looks 12.
This type of evidence you can never unsee. You can never forget the visual or audio of this exhibit. It's chilling and tragic. As you review that exhibit, you know that you are watching the oncoming deaths of two people, and there is nothing that will stop it. Exhibit 802 crystallizes the deadly decision-making of the defendant. She morphs from a responsible driver to literal hell on wheels as she makes her way down the street. The mission was death. Mackenzie alone decided to push the pedal to the floor and demand the ultimate speed of that vehicle to 90 to 100 miles per hour. Mackenzie decided death was the ultimate goal that day, and she alone made that decision for Dominic and Davion, and she continuously acted in a manner to achieve her purpose. In the early morning hours of July 31st, 2022, her purpose was to kill Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan. Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
On August 14th, Mackenzie was found guilty on 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of felonious assault.
4?
Yeah, I don't know where they got 4. Because it was 2 people.
I don't get
2
4.
counts of aggravated vehicular homicide, 1 count of drug possession, and 1 count of possessing criminal tools. She's facing 15 years to life and is currently being held in the Ohio Reformatory for Women. Her first opportunity for parole will come in October of 2037.
2037? Golly. So anyways, that was the stream for tonight. We stayed late. This is a long stream. Shout out to those of you that hung out with us here. Don't premeditated murder is bad. Don't do that.
Yeah. And Sarah, as far as evidence, they also had the Toyota's data recorder, like the event data recorder, which showed that she had her foot on the accelerator fully pressed the entire time, did not break at all.
Yeah.
Along with, I'm sure, digital records from the phones that showed the relationship, which are going to play a part, all the testimony of all the people, the CCTV camera footage, a lot of stuff. Not to mention the blood work and stuff that probably showed she was high or drunk or.
I will hang out with you on the
whatever
after
else.
party. I'll give you guys at least probably 1 o'clock in the morning, the after party. So I'll give you guys some time. I want to thank everybody that came and hung out with us. We'll have a awesome Friday night here. I guess we'll do Phasmophobia. It's your mom's house. Wow. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Also to the, I can't see the live count now, but 13,200 plus or 300 plus subscribers that we now have. We should be back to regular scheduled content. I do think the only other travel thing I have should not keep me from doing stream. So only other one I have, I think, is in December. So y'all should have unfettered streams through December. So anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with us. You guys can always join us in the Patreon group or on the YouTube membership group to join our Discord to go hang out in the after party. Dad, thank you for hanging out with us. You stayed up with us late.
Sir.
And producer Juan for figuring out his microphone thing, so we would have missed him. He gave up whiskey.
Apparently not, according to Dan.
Did. Anyways, thank you guys, and hopefully we can have some more cool stuff. Now that I'm kind of able to, I'll see if I can get you guys 1080p next week if I continue to host. So we got to do some beta testing before I trust that. But either way, I do love you guys, and we will see you guys next week. For everybody else, I'll see y'all in the after party. Peace.
See.
Peace. That is